Apparently your trap card disabled the sound effects. Oh well, that's going to go off in a minute. But hello everybody, and welcome to another WWE Fantasy Log. We are the League of Opinionated Gentlemen. I am James Phoenix, and my sound effects are not working.
Oh, poor baby.
Boo. I say boo. But anyway, I'll leave it up there in case it starts working later. Anyway, this is our weekly thing where we look back at the week in WWE and score the fantasy league, as it were. Joining me as always are Jeff and John.
Hello.
John, nice to have you back. We missed you last week.
Yay.
I'm sick. I barely have a voice.
You've been sick for 2 fucking weeks. Go to the doctor. Man.
He just needs a Senzubin. He'll be all right.
Ha!
Yeah, apparently I missed all the fun. I like woke up and I had these 2 messages from like hours ago of Jeff like, it's broken, come back and fix it. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, there was a slight problem we realized when I copied the document over and I cleared the scores. I inadvertently cleared both the scores and the coding that made the scores go in the squares.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently when he removed the values from the actual columns, it removed the cell that was linked to said values because there was no values to actually, put on there.
So I had to go through and figure out how to open the table thing, and I had to drag the score one down to the bottom right corner box and put it in there, then I managed to link them back. I managed to link them back up together, but it took me like 15 minutes to figure out how to do it. But we did it. That's what counts.
Yay.
And then the scores went bizarre. But we'll get to that. First, we got a fuck ton of news, so let's do the news. Let's start off with Paige. We have news about Paige.
The ongoing saga of will she, won't she?
It doesn't matter if she... Sorry.
So, for those who may not heard, The Rock, a.k.a. Dwayne Johnson, and his production company, $7 Production, is partnering with WWE Studios to release a film based on Paige and her rather affluent wrestling family. This has sent John into Festus mode, I see.
She's crazy. I don't know how. Make a full movie of that.
Well, I said supposedly they're making this big movie about her famous family. They have if she's not starring as herself in it, they cast some people to play her and her family. And interestingly, they have what does it say? Because they got Stephen Merchant working on this. I don't know if he's I don't know if he's the writer, the director, or both, but he's involved.
I just love, oh, you're under contract. We're going to make a movie about you. Oh, okay, cool. You're not in it. We're going to have someone else play you. But I'm right here.
Actress Florence Pugh will be playing Paige in the movie.
Well, I assume it's going to be like younger version of Paige, so it's not like Paige could play herself at like 5 years old.
No, they got to CG her face on a body like from that awful Rock movie. Or like that awful looking thing from one of the Rock movies. Sorry, the movie looked funny, but God, that effect looked bad.
That was terrible.
It's me, Johnny Weird Dick. Yes. Speaking of The Rock, he will have a cameo of some kind in the movie.
Of course he will.
He's going to be the Tooth Fairy.
I will laugh like hell.
Of course, this has led to speculation as to whether Paige is coming back or not, because people are saying, well, if they're on good enough terms with Paige to actually want to make a movie about her, chances are she's coming back. However, she has said she wants to go into MMA, so yeah.
Funny you should mention that. Nice segue, thank you. In further Paige-related news,
and continuing to make poor life choices,
Miss Broken Neck herself wants to further break her neck.
Yeah, well, she's getting it repaired. Yes, Paige says at some point in the indeterminate future, when she is out, inevitably not in WWE anymore, she is considering a potential move to MMA. The people at TMZ released a video interview with her and her boyfriend, former superstar and Combate America's executive Alberto Del Rio, aka Alberto El Patron. She's been taking part in some training alongside Del Rio, and they were talking about it. And she said that whenever her time WWE comes to an end, then maybe. And she expressed her desire to take part in more MMA training sessions, noting the plan is to train every week. And it's also noted that Del Rio's boss, former Semaphore Entertainment Group executive and UFC co-founder, as well as the founder of Combate America's Campbell McLaren, has been actively pursuing her regarding joining the new MMA upstart promotion. So she already has a potential MMA deal if and when she chooses to go in that direction. So, moving on for Paige, it's time for a piece of news that sucks, and I want everybody to try really hard not to be mean about this.
You're too late.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy. But I'm going to ask everybody.
Was anyone else here for last week's news? Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
You weren't here for last week's news. Oh, you were part of it.
He was last week's news.
You were here for part of it, yes.
If it makes you feel any better, Jim, Chris the Mole does not have any part of this entire show.
Still.
That brings the respectable level up by several notches. So,
because part of this is like, oh, that really sucks. I feel bad for him. But then there's a part that's like, that might explain something.
Uh-oh.
Because recently in an NBC5 interview, former Raw general manager Mike Adamle revealed that he has dementia.
Okay, then.
He played 6 years in the NFL, if you don't know, and he's been working as an analyst for NBC5, but hasn't been on any broadcast since March of last year. Said he's been on short-term disability and then long-term disability. He's had seizures and epilepsy for the last 19 years, and they see some things that are concurrent with CTE, or chronic traumatic encephalopathy. He said it was supposed to happen after you pass away, and they said, basically, here's what happens. You, indicating the person interviewing him, come over and you do an interview with me, and you'll leave, and I'll say, oh, God, who is that? Watching a movie last night. This happened last night. 5 seconds into it, I'll say, what are we watching? So, starting to, lose things a little bit here. So, we wish Mike Adamle well and hope that he can find some treatment and that he'll be as okay as one can be given that condition.
Yes. Also, that sometimes when you watch a movie, that just happens normally. Sometimes you watch it and it's so batshit off the walls, you're like, wait, what am I watching? Because it's not what you thought it was.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, a little off topic here, but just because of what I have on the background on the TV. How can Michael Bay get dinosaurs right and Power Rangers can't? What the fuck? I can say that about the Dinobots. At least they look like fucking dinosaurs. Sorry, I had to do that.
Yeah, except for the thing about dinosaurs being, 20 times larger than the already 50-foot robot.
Well, the size, yes, but at least they look like said dinosaurs. Unlike, the anteater posing as a mastodon. Just saying. Anyway, back to the news.
Yes, that's for our other show. Save that.
Yeah, the show that you refuse to shoot.
The show that we never have time to shoot.
Well, we're going to have to choose a new day now because we're doing this on Saturdays. But anyway.
Well, obviously, I'm aware of that. But anyway, back to the news. More news, more news. We have much news.
Yes.
You mentioned this one earlier, so we'll go ahead and cover this. Because we discussed this off air, but we'll talk about it now. Darren Young has to have surgery on his fucked up elbow. He had said surgery back on Thursday in Birmingham, Alabama. And he stated that there is currently no timetable for his return.
It's okay. Do you know what this surgery is for? It's to make Darren Young great again.
Oh, yes. It's true. It's true. That's nice.
So tied in with that, we are going to be making some modifications to the rosters.
Yes, we will deal with that later. As we continue on with the mini news, what else we got? So what else we got here? Speaking of people that might need to go to the hospital.
Okay.
Luckily, the injury did not take place, but yeah, someone, I don't know if this was intentional or not, or exactly what happened here, but someone tried to straight up murder Ricardo Rodriguez.
Okay, then.
Earlier this week, Ricardo Rodriguez, aka Jesus Rodriguez, took to social media to share details about a dangerous incident. He was on his Twitter this past Tuesday, revealed that he was driving in his car when, I don't know, or someone shot his back windshield out. He posted a picture of the vehicle with the windshield shot out. You can find that over on his Twitter at RRWWE because he hasn't changed it since he left.
All right.
That's cold shit, Coyote.
Yeah, it is.
And he wrote the following message along with that image, quote, "To the asshole that literally shot at us and took out my back window while driving, fuck you." So there you go. So thank God he's okay and he did not take any of the bullets, and I hope he can call Safe Light and get that fixed.
Yeah.
Safe Light repair, Safe Light replace.
Yep.
It was Sheamus, wasn't it? Sheamus was continuing the feud.
He did it for The Rock.
Yes.
No. It was Brian Pillman. He mistook Ricardo Rodriguez for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh.
For the last time, Brian, I'm not Steve Austin.
Oh, it'd be so much funnier if he wasn't dead. On an unrelated note, I didn't throw this in the news, and I did not read the article. I just read the headline that apparently Brian Pillman's son is trying to get into wrestling.
Oh.
Take that as you will.
Okay, then.
Anyway, going back into the news, more things. I'll do next in other shitty news. More shitty news. We do have an unfortunate passing to give our thoughts. Whoa, what the shit? That page did not properly load. What the hell happened here?
I know, that's why it's going out with Del Rio.
Oh.
Okay, then. There we go.
That deserves.
So unfortunately, as you may or may not heard, of course, the legendary Chavo Guerrero Sr. has passed away at the age of 68.
Oh,
I didn't hear that one.
Indeed. His son, Chavo Guerrero Jr., whom you probably know from his WWE runs with his Uncle Eddie, announced earlier on Instagram earlier today, because that's where you want to announce it, on Instagram, that his father, Chavo Sr., passed away at the age of 68. His health had recently deteriorated due to battling liver cancer, and he had recently been in hospice care. WWE added the following, that they are saying to learn about passing of Chavo Sr., legendary wrestler and brother of Hall of Famer Eddie, father of Chavo Jr. His death was announced on Chavo. Today, the world lost a true rebel, Chavo Jr. wrote on Instagram. He did things his way. Not always right, not always wrong. But he always followed what he believed in. He was diagnosed with liver cancer in early January of this year. Chavo Classic, as the elder came to be known, was born Salvador Guerrero III in January of 1949 in El Paso, the eldest of six. From the early efforts of his father, Gory, to the latter success of his brothers, including Mando, Hector, and Eddie. He made him a household name, longtime rivalry with Rowdy Roddy Piper, and was a celebrated 15-time champion in the NWA Hollywood wrestling territory. So, we send our thoughts out to the Guerrero family.
Does that mean he's going to be the pre-order bonus next year?
It's possible.
What? They did that to his brother when he died.
Yeah. Also, in 2004, Chavo Classic informally introduced himself to the WWE Universe, landing in the middle of an ongoing rivalry between between Eddie and Chavo Jr. And he made history that same year by becoming the oldest superstar to ever hold the original Cruiserweight Championship. Now, might not be that, but he'll definitely be in the Hall of Fame next year.
There you go.
And another piece of sad news, and this is just straight up bullshit, and I don't understand this. Somebody needs to explain this shit to me. Just what the fuck?
Okay.
It was revealed by JBL on his Twitter account that apparently Legends with JBL has been canceled.
Yes, it has.
Oh.
Why? That was a great fucking show.
I have no idea.
But he sent out a tweet saying, thanks to all who enjoyed hashtag Legends with JBL. I loved it. Wish I could do more, but not to be. Maybe one day at WWE will bring it back.
Yep.
Boo, I like that show.
And in other news, they're also not bringing back the Stone Cold podcast after the debacle that was the Dean Ambrose podcast.
Well, yeah, they decided that a long-form interview show with WWE Superstars was not the best way to go.
Because people were saying, oh, maybe they'll bring back the Stone Cold podcast. And then that came out. And people were like, oh.
Yep.
Was that like the most recent one then?
The Dean one?
Yeah.
That was the last one. I think Dean was like end of last year.
Oh, okay. Last one I saw was the AJ one.
Oh, maybe AJ was after. I don't know, but I heard Dean. The Dean one was the one that made WWE execs go, yeah, no. See, long form works if you have the right host. Jericho.
Yeah.
Sorry, have you heard Jericho's podcast? It's brilliant.
Of course, it's by Jericho.
Exactly. He's the host that WWE needs if they want to do long form because he's the undisputed master of it.
Drink it in, man.
Definitely.
Exactly.
The podcast of Jericho.
Basically. And the final episode was the Dean Ambrose episode. That was in August. The AJ one was in June.
Oh, okay.
You know, or make Renee Young's show longer because she's an awesome host.
I mean, didn't Austin interview a woman at some point?
Paige.
I was not even on the list.
Because that one's pretty awful.
Yeah, because Austin didn't give a shit because woman.
However, if you are interested in tuning in, at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, well, that was this past Tuesday. So if you'd like to check it out, currently on the WWE Network from this past week is the final episode of Legends with JBL, in which JBL sits down with WWE Hall of Famer, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Yeah. I need to get some water for my throat. I'll be right back. Keep talking. I'm not going to leave the mic.
So go check that out.
Absolutely.
All right, and in the final bit, we'll end with some positive news.
Yay, positive news.
It is positive news. It should be noted that because it is the thing that he does, late this year, you will be able to get yourself a new book by WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley. And Raw General Manager, of course.
Right here on WWEshop.com.
It'll be coming out just in time for Christmas, and it takes readers inside the world of people who play Santa Claus around the holiday season, and inside Mick's increasing Santa-related work since retiring from wrestling.
Retiring.
And the book will be called Saint Mick.
That should actually be a pretty damn good book.
Foley's work has been on the New York Times bestseller list multiple times. He's best known for his ongoing series of memoirs, which he writes without the aid of a ghostwriter. Although despite all that, it is still worth noting, as frequently mentioned in Jericho's books, that Foley has never beaten Jericho in a match. That's a running joke.
Fair enough.
So yeah, let's see here. by Polis Books. Jason Pinter and Polis acquired the worldwide publication in October of 2017. They're going to release it apparently. St. Meg is part jolly memoir, part whimsical ode to a lifetime love affair with Christmas, and part tribute to the power of finding the best part of oneself in the unlikeliest of places. After a lifetime of putting his body on the line to entertain his dozens and dozens of fans, the hardcore legend is paying the price physically and emotionally. When the final bell on Mick's career tolls in a neurologist's office rather than the ring, the future is far from merry and bright, until hope and redemption come when Mick is given the chance to become Santa Claus. Not dress up, not pretend, but become Santa. Mick takes us inside the secret world of the Santa subculture, where real bearded Santas and traditional or mystical Santas are often at odds as to who makes the better red-suited ambassadors. Along the way, Mick worries that he will be excommunicated from the Santa world for everything from his Santa character being run over on Christmas Eve on television, his intentional breaking of the Santa Claus oath by promising toys to families in need, to his participation in a controversial Santa Claus documentary. Mick learns valuable lessons about the real power and responsibility of the red suit, and that success as Santa comes not by appearing in front of millions on TV, but by touching hearts and creating Santa moments for the young and the young at heart. Mick Foley is the #1 New York Times bestselling author, WWE Hall of Famer, the author of numerous books for children, has appeared on a variety of television programs, featured in a story on ABC's World News Tonight, blah, blah, blah. Follow him at Real Mick Foley.
And because Jim's a librarian, it will be reviewed right here on the League of Opinionated Gentlemen.
Sure, if I can get it, why the fuck not? If I do that before
library, get it for your library.
I'm not in charge of ordering those.
I thought you were.
You will be.
No. If anything, what we do have in my library is the book that Mick wrote while he was in TNA about called Countdown to Lockdown.
Well, see,
I almost
is it
bought
popular? Is it popular at the library?
Not really. I mean, it's old. You know, he was in TNA at the time, so it's, you know.
You could suggest it to your superiors.
It's possible.
Or knowing you, because you are a Mick Foley fan and a WWE fan, you can just go buy it.
We'll see.
Or you could ask your mom for it for Christmas.
Sorry, that one was really sugary.
You're eating on the air?
I'm enjoying my Mike and Ike's.
Fair enough.
Available now at Safeway. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Is it available now at Safeway?
Okay, then. I didn't know that.
Probably.
Don't they have, that was a West Coast or East Coast thing, right? I remember Safeways.
Not that I know of.
ShopRite? Are they still there?
ShopRite's good.
There you go, ShopRite.
There you go. Although, yeah, I don't know. Depending on where this is being shopped, this might actually be from Sam's Club, but who knows? Anyway, let's get over to the real reason we're here tonight, now that the news has been completed.
Modifying rosters.
Roster modify.
5.
Injury in update activate.
Yeah, the funny thing is, one of the things I'm in charge of the library's magazines, and I have to put them in our computer system. And because the records already exist with the old issues, you just have to hit the button to add a new one. And the button to go in and add a new one is modify, and every time I click it, that plays in my head.
Nice.
Did you modify 5. Even though that really was not the best season.
No, but I still proudly have that motherfucking Digivice and the blue card. And it was really great.
Okay, then.
Years later to bust that out when my children saw it, I just showed them the card. My son goes, "Where'd you get that?" And I was like, "Digital World." He's like, "No, you didn't." I was like, "What do you know?"
Don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like just given the comparison of our ages, that you should have been too old for Digimon at the time that show was airing.
Damn right. I don't give a shit.
Okay, just checking.
That season was awesome. I like that season. It was the only season I actually liked.
No, seasons 1 and 2 were the best, especially the finale of season 2 when they brought back Biotismon and had all the Digidestined. That was the shit.
Fucking, well, I didn't like them bringing back him, but seeing them later was awesome. Yeah, I saw 1, 2, 3.
But Biotismon was the most evil Digimon ever. It made sense.
Yeah, but I'm not Mole. I don't like it when it's like, oh, we ran out of idea for a villain. Let's bring back this guy. Remember Remember him?
Yeah, but in all fairness, that was Digimon's MO. Everybody had more Digivolve forms they could come back as. That they wrote that into the existence of the digital world.
Stop it, Mega. They beat up Venom Minosmont's talking crotch. They killed it. It shouldn't come back. Make up a new one. Just stick something evil sounding in front of Mon again, and boom, you have it.
Yeah, but in all fairness, though, bringing that back was probably better than some of the shit that let's go to Digimon Tamers. Our main villain is a giant blob.
Would you prefer they took the Pokemon route and gave you a giant pile of poo?
They do have that.
No, that was the Digimon. That wasn't the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought it was Pokemon that had that.
Well, they have Muck and
Pokemon
Grimer, but they're piles of slime. There's a Digimon that is literally a pile of poo.
And it made sense there. And that was also way in the beginning, so I'll let that go rather than fucking 12 years later where they're like, bag of garbage.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, okay.
Ice cream cone.
And I will say, though, that Digimon Fusion, not that good. My kids watch it, and I'm like, this isn't that good.
No.
Season 4 had some cool
although
stuff.
I did hear a couple of years ago with whatever the season was, they did some kind of anniversary thing where all the goggle heads came back.
I mean, every main character in all of them, even the video games.
I don't know about the video games, but I know they went back to like they had Ty, Davis, like all the ones. Takato.
Takato man.
We're reviewing Digimon later. Make a note of that.
I would also like to point out, you're going to have to give me more than Tajiri, because I'll end up being the person with the least amount of people on the roster, and I have the lowest points. I will not accept that. I would say Jim has to give me somebody, since he's the one that has the largest roster.
Give him Emelina. I don't know if anyone has her yet.
No, she has not been drafted because she has not come back yet.
There you go. She'll be back, maybe.
They said she's coming back next week on Raw. They said next week.
Yeah, stop
They
giving
also
me
said that, like...
I want someone who's going to get me fucking points. Because like I said, at least
tough shit.
At least Darren Young gave me consistent points.
Okay.
Consistent's a strong word. And didn't they say Emelina was coming back next week, like 2 months ago? I swear there was a point where they said next week, and then...
No, they just kept saying coming soon. And this is finally next week.
She's the new Brodus Clay.
She is.
And also, Jim, I want to point out that the original Japanese of Digimon was a hell of a lot darker than the Saban version.
Oh, no, I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware of that. Well, in all fairness, so is Sentai.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I mean, they fucking kill people in that show.
Yeah.
And swear.
And have things like from Mystic Force, Necrolized Japanese equivalent, who when they brought the costume to America, they had to put a chest piece over.
Anyways, remove Darren Young, remove Bob Backlund.
Yes, boss.
I guess give me Tajiri, but...
Okay, hang on a minute. One thing at a time here, people. Okay, where the fuck's Darren Young? I'll just switch him to inactive. That'll be easier.
Should, yeah.
Yeah, but it'll keep it on my roster, won't it?
No, and inactive people don't show on the rosters.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think so. Otherwise, he'd just switch the
Bob
team to
Backlund,
NA.
which you just completely skipped over.
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
I'd be surprised if he shows up without Darren Young.
That would be unlikely. So if I do this and then go to data and hit refresh all, and then go over here.
It might, or you have to switch their team to NA.
Yeah, I'm going to take their team off. Okay, fair enough. And where the hell is Darren Young? Okay.
At the hospital, didn't we discuss this?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So now, so who are we giving you?
Tajiri?
Tajiri. Okay.
He's not even on the roster.
Oh, do we take him off completely?
Yeah, we thought he was going to be injured for a while.
Right, that's fair enough. Okay, this button, and then I hit the tab key. Tajiri. All right, there we go. He is on Raw. He is active, apparently.
Supposedly.
ROS.
Supposedly.
Supposed.
And then Jim needs to decide who he's going to give me.
Where's it going to be me?
Because you have the largest roster and the largest point pool. See, I'm 1 short of John, 2 short of you. You must give someone up.
Okay, so I don't know who
You can't give me someone who has no points.
I'm not giving you someone who has points.
Well, you can't give me any of the New Day because you'd have to give me all 3 of them if you did that.
Well, obviously. I can't give you anybody who's in a team, so you're going to be a little limited, dude.
Give him that Kevin Owens kid. He doesn't amount to anything.
Options are going to include, let's see here, people that
give
are
me
not
a
in teams
diva,
you can...
since you have all of them.
Give him Perkins.
I don't have... No, I'm not going to give him Perkins. I don't want that shit. You can have Kane.
No, because he's injured. Stop giving me people who aren't going to be around.
Seth Rollins.
Leave him off your roster because he's not coming back.
You can have Seth Rollins. Kidding, no, you can't. You can have Kurt Hawkins. Since you gave him to me, I'll give him back.
No. Because he's not fucking doing anything. Also, you should probably remove Kane now that I think about it, because he's also like super injured right now.
Yeah, but I'll leave him just in case he limps down to just show his face for Undertaker's WrestleMania feud.
Fair enough. I can respect that.
You meant that metaphorically, right? Because he might have the mask, so I don't think.
Yeah, I meant metaphorically.
Okay.
I don't know.
John, who do you think he should give me?
How about Bo Dallas? You can believe.
Yeah.
No. They've buried him. Fuck you. I need someone who's actually going to get me points just in case Tajiri's a one-off thing, because he's not really ready yet. Because I don't buy that he's really ready yet.
My vote was Emelina or TJ Perkins.
And we can give you Emelina. She's coming back next week.
Supposedly. Who knows what she's actually going to do? I guess I could take Perkins, but yeah, I guess he's at least worth semi-consistent points, isn't he?
Perkins? No, I don't know.
I don't know.
He got the belt and lost it like 2 weeks later. And
how about Drew Gulak? You can have Drew Gulak.
Yeah, who has no points, which means they're probably not going to use him. Was he on 205 Live this week?
Nobody was on Raw.
He's got that suit, though, remember?
What did he do on Raw?
Let me check. That's not the right word. I want this one. Oh, fuck. There we go.
Because I want someone who's going to give me consistent points just in case.
Drew Gulak competed in a match and lost to Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I don't really trust that Tajiri's going to be a halfway decent source of points, so...
Well, that's your shitty drafting problem, not mine, because, quite frankly, I'm not giving you any of my high point scorers, and I can't give you anybody in a team, so...
So give me a fucking woman!
Most of them are point scorers! Don't tell the women can't be point scorers, you sexist motherfucker!
They are point scorers. Why do you think I actually want one of them? I'm like, they all are actually getting points. I'm like, I'll take any one of your divas, except for Emelina, because I don't trust that she's going to do anything.
She's not even on my roster. She's not on the roster. That's why I'm saying we should give her to you.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I feel that at least when she finally shows up, they'll use her at least for a couple weeks before they bury her in obscurity.
Yeah.
Which isn't going to help me at all.
Well, we don't know who they're going to bury. I mean, I just feel like they're...
Well, I know she's not going to amount to much because, again, their main event is Bayley versus Charlotte. So we know.
Actually, they're probably turning that into a fatal four-way. By the way,
which is fair enough, and one of them is not Emelina. So she's
but the fact of the matter is, they can bring her back and feud her with Dana Brooke. You seem to have forgotten that it is possible for people to be in feuds and earn points without being around a title.
Not when they don't have room for said matches. That's why half the roster isn't fucking doing anything.
But they do. Why do you think 2/3 of the women's division is having a feud? Because Nikki and Natty are having a feud.
No,
the title.
No, they don't. Why do you think Emelina hasn't debuted until now? And I'll tell you the reason why. It's because they were going to debut her earlier and ran out of fucking time. She was supposed to debut on an earlier episode of Raw, but they ran out of time because they had to showcase everything else, and they had no time to debut Emelina. That's why she hasn't debuted yet. She's been ready to go for several months, but they haven't had the time in the show to actually debut her.
But they have had the time in the show. It's just a matter of they wanted to make sure that they were ready to bring her out so they could do it properly.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have.
No, they outright
yes,
said
they
that.
have.
Jim, shut up. They outright
No, I'm
said
not going to shut up.
WWE outright said that was the reason they hadn't debuted her.
They did not say that.
Yes, they did, because the show they were going to debut her, they ran out of time. They did not have a place to slot her debut because everything else had to take precedent.
They never
said that. I read that in the article that was talking about her debut next week, about why it's so late, and that's why.
Look, I don't care. She's a viable female competitor. They can feud her with Dana Brooke if they have to. SmackDown is living proof that they can have a well-done women's feud that doesn't involve the title.
Which is fine if they had the room for her. Like, SmackDown's making room for their women's feuds, but Raw, the only women's feuds going on are the ones that are revolving around the women's title. Those are the only women you're actually seeing pop up consistently on Raw.
That's not true, because Nia and Sasha have been feuding without the title for the last 4 weeks.
But that feud revolves around the title.
No, it doesn't. The title is Charlotte and Bayley. Yes, they're coming back around into the title situation now because they want to really build it up for WrestleMania season, but they have not been involved with the title in at least 2 months.
No, but you said they're probably going to go Fatal 4-Way, which I kind of agree with.
Yeah, they came back around to it, but they still haven't been involved in the title in 2 months.
And the fact
remains, they have not been involved with the title.
The fact remains they are still main event level female superstars. That's why they've been having front and center, because they are revolving around the title, regardless if they're directly involved with it. They're revolving around it.
But that doesn't mean they can't necessarily push Emelina and add her in there
somewhere.
They're
not going to do that.
You don't know that. With how much you've been building her up, they could. Look how much of a push Brodus Clay got when he finally debuted.
Yeah, and look how much of a push Kurt Hawkins didn't get with how much build-up he got. I rest my case.
He had only a couple of weeks debut, and his gimmick was fucking stupid. Of course he got nothing.
And who's to say Emelina's won't be? I'm just saying, she's got as much build-up, if not more build-up, than fucking Kurt Hawkins, and Kurt Hawkins did fucking nothing. He showed up, and then I don't know if he's even wrestled a match. If he has, it was fucking shit. All I'm saying is I have the smallest roster right now, and I have the least amount of points, and I am not going to take someone who I feel is not going to give me consistent points. Because of all the 3 of us, I'm the one that needs it right now, because I'm the one that's most backed against the fucking wall.
Yeah. And I've been for the last 2 seasons. Join the fucking club. Put on your big boy pants and fuck off.
Well, I say John makes the final decision here, because I think you're in the wrong. Because you have the most points and the largest roster.
Well, to quote your favorite superstar, it doesn't matter what you think.
It doesn't matter what you think either. That's why I said John needs to make the final decision, because he's the only non-biased one here.
I was the one that suggested Emelina in the first place.
Yeah, so. He wanted Emelina. He was the one who said it.
Because I figured that would be an easy solution of like, oh, she's supposed to debut, and so then we don't have to shuffle anything. We can just give you her or whatever when she shows up.
And Jim still has the largest roster and the most points. So how does that solve anything?
Would you rather he randomly get Emelina when she debuts? Because wouldn't we have to draft her when she shows up?
Yeah, and realize we have an uneven number of people. It doesn't divide by 3 anymore. It's going to be uneven no matter what we do.
It'll even out right now if you give me somebody, but then yes, we would have to draft Emelina.
Yeah, so it's going to be uneven no matter what.
Do you want Tamina instead?
Yeah, you can have Tamina.
She's supposed to come back. Isn't she supposed to be back soon, since she actually has a match at a live show?
I just figured it's easiest to give you somebody who's not already drafted, because then it's just an easy, just boom, give it to them. And
yeah,
there's no
but they're not drafted for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've been injured, but now Emma was injured and now she's coming back after her retool, and Tamina was out with a combination of injury and the situation with her father passing away, and now she's coming back. So
we don't know when Tamina's coming back.
We know she'll be back by March.
I'll tell you what.
That live show is only like 3 weeks away, so even if she's not on TV, she'll be back at least the live shows. And presumably they'd put her on TV. I see no reason for her not to.
I'll make a deal with you. I'll take Emelina with the caveat that if she does fuck all, I reserve the right to ask for someone else. because I don't trust that they're actually going to do anything with her. I think she's going to be a dud. That's why I kind of don't want her until they prove to me, oh, we're actually doing something with her. And like I said, with Darren Young and Bob Backlund, I was at least getting 2 superstars of semi-consistent points because at least one of them would show up almost every week.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's give you Emelina, see what happens. If she duds out, I will give you Natalia.
Who's also going to dud out because she's not winning that feud because Nikki Bella is going to retire.
Yeah, but it's still going on for now. And like I said, they may parlay her into something else because that feud is going to move on to Nikki and Cena versus Miz and Maurice, so she's going to get parlayed into something else anyway.
And Natalia fits all of your qualifications. She's a woman and she has points.
True. Well,
which sounds really fucking morbid. It's like, is it a woman with a pulse? Done.
All right, but that's also dependent on what they do with Natalia between now and then.
Oops, I gotta hit the tab button first.
and that also depends on what they do with Tajiri too, because like I said, I'm not anywhere near convinced that they're gonna do fucking anything with him because I'm not convinced he's ready. I'm convinced they brought him back early because they needed people.
No, they're feuding him with Kendrick.
No, they had him spit in Kendrick's face. There's a difference.
Yeah,
like
but no, you're right. That's the second time that he did that, and that was after. You know, he's been feuding with Kendrick ever since he got back, because Kendrick tried to befriend him, and Tajiri's like, no, I don't like you. So they're building a Kendrick-Tajiri feud. That's what they're doing.
Which is fine, and they're probably going to continue to build it. And I'm just saying, I don't know if he's actually going to wrestle. I have a feeling he's just going to come out and keep spitting in Kendrick's face or getting himself involved one way or another without actually having to wrestle, because I get the feeling he's not 100% ready yet.
Probably.
Well,
not.
I don't know, but
that's consistent points, though.
Yeah, it's consistent points, and
I guess.
But whatever.
So does spitting in Kendrick's face constitute assault then?
I would constitute that as assault, yes.
Fair enough.
So anyway, can I start the fucking show now? Or the scoring portion of the program anyway?
You can do it.
All right, then. We wasted all that time. So we see the scores from last week. Somehow I earned 500 points in a week. I don't know how that fucking happened.
That's crazy. Did you win a title or something? Or
No, just Tony Nese won 2 matches. Enzo and Cass won a main event. Kevin Owens and Jericho showed up a lot.
All the main events. I think that's what it was.
No, I had no stake in the SmackDown main event.
Who was the SmackDown main event?
It was AJ versus Dean.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was all John.
No, AJ versus Cena.
Was it versus Cena?
No, Cena Orton.
Yeah, he got 100 points off of 205 live. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's like
because he was 205 live.
Yeah,
that was the entire fucking show.
That would do it.
Like I said, because Tony Nese showed up and won a match, so I got those points, and Jack Gallagher was there, and
yeah, he was in the main event.
Never walked out on Noam Dar for the second week in a row. Cedric Alexander's team won.
I still got me crazy points though.
I know. Cena Orton is this week. Last week was AJ Dean.
Right, so that was all John. That's why John got like a bunch of points.
Yeah.
Come SmackDown.
That's why John went from 162 to 314. He pretty much doubled his score.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got nothing because I got completely assed out of all 3 shows.
Hey, you got 100 for SmackDown.
Yeah, you got 100 points on SmackDown, and then another 60 points on 205. So you weren't doing terribly.
I got lucky with 205 because I was
less
actually the main event.
You're less than 50 points behind John. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch here. So anyway, let's go to the leaderboards. So as you can see, whatever the hell happened, Tony Nese is in the lead.
What? I thought Enzo was in the lead after the first week.
No, Tony Nese, 71 points.
Jesus Christ.
Enzo Amore is in second with 57 points, followed by the Universal Champion Kevin Owens at 47 points.
Fuck you, Jim.
Then AJ Styles has 44 points, followed by Bailey at 42. Big Cass has 38 points. Cedric Alexander and Randy Orton, two of the ROS people, are tied at 38 points each, along with Big Cass. And Naomi comes in at 37 points. And Sami Zayn off his match against Jericho for the U.S. title, which, no, wait, that's this week. What did he do last week? He fought somebody. But Sami Zayn comes off 34 points off a victory off of whoever he fought last week. I don't remember who the fuck it was.
Jericho.
No, that's this week.
No, I think he fought a non-title match to earn the U.S. title match.
Oh, okay. That'll do it.
I'm fairly sure. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain.
No, you're probably right. That sounds right.
And I have a feeling they're going to give Sammy the U.S. title to prepare for Jericho's departure.
I could see it.
Especially since the WrestleMania match is supposed to be Jericho v. Owens. They're not going to have Jericho with the title for that match. I know that. No, they're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's where we're at. Let's see what happens.
So if Sammy does in fact take the title this week, that could be a huge boost to me.
He doesn't.
Well, then I guess they're not giving him the title.
They have a match for the title at the pay-per-view.
Oh, I thought you said it was at Oh, no. Yeah, I thought you said he had a match this last week. Fair enough.
He has a match this past Raw. He lost. They have another match for the title on the pay-per-view.
Tomorrow. Fair enough.
No, that's a SmackDown pay-per-view, you fucking idiot.
Oh. Oh, right.
Fastlane, it's like 3 weeks away.
Fair enough.
Why am I talking like this?
I don't know.
Okay, then, moving on. I'm going to go put these guys in alphabetical order. All right. Let's go to the scores. Going to open it up per the usual with Monday Night Raw. And Monday Night Raw from February 6th came to us from the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon.
Learn how to pronounce it. You fucking Easterner.
Portland, Oregon.
It's Oregon. As in pew pew.
Uh-huh.
No,
I watched the musical. I know how to pronounce
It's
it.
Oregon. They pronounced it Oregon.
Gone to Oregon.
Well, for the purposes of the song, because they had to fucking rhyme.
I'm done with Oregon. No.
Yes, you are. Well, not quite. Your parents live there, but yeah.
They might. They might.
Oh, they moved?
Dun, dun, dun. No, they're still there. Somewhere in there. Not a crazy part of the state. They're in the less crazy part of the state.
Indeed. So, Mick Foley and Stephanie are in the ring to start off Raw, and Foley introduces Samoa Joe, but is not happy about it. What?
He's like, and here we're introducing Samoa Joe. He just gives this big grumpy face, like a child. I'm not happy about it. That was funny.
So anyway, Joe comes out and they announce that they're going to sign him to a Raw contract. But Stephanie then gets in Foley's face about his attitude. Joe grabs the mic and cuts a promo on Foley, saying he's putting the roster on notice that the Destroyer has arrived and no one can stop him. Joe signs the contract, but then is interrupted by Roman Reigns, who says that if Joe doesn't shut his mouth, he's going to shut it for him, and Foley books them in a match for tonight's main event.
Doesn't Thor beat the Destroyer? I thought that was the first movie.
Okay.
I have yet to actually watch that.
We know. So anyway, promo points to Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe. Let's see, Samoa Joe gets
and Roman Reigns.
I said Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns.
Samoa Reigns.
Samoa Reigns.
Okay. Okay, just here 1 minute. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Mike and Ike's. Go buy some of these. They're fucking delicious. They're gonna rot your teeth out, but they're amazing.
Available at ShopRite and Sam's Club everywhere.
Now available at your local supermarket.
Fair enough.
I know where you guys are. It doesn't matter because everybody out there buys the health food crap from Starbucks. But
Starbucks has health food?
I was about to say, wait, what?
I don't know. I don't like coffee.
I don't know. Starbucks is a hipster place. I assume they had health food.
It's like something they would have, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know they also have like giant 8-pound muffins, but besides that,
if you want giant 8-pound muffins, I recommend Costco.
Yeah, right.
Ah, okay.
It's fucking massive. Like this big. They're huge. They're huge.
So anyway, following that opening promo, we cut to a match between Nia Jax and Bayley.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's which ends about how you would expect it to.
Oh right, with Bayley getting 8 points for an appearance and showing up.
Well, it's 5 points for competing plus her moves.
Oh, she got off moves? Damn, progress.
I believe. Let me go check.
Hashtag Bayley Revolution.
Oh, no, sorry, Bayley did not get any moves off. Sorry, I was wrong.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
So Bayley gets 5 showing up points. And Bayley did hit a nice flying knee in the corner and some elbows, but apparently those are not her moves. So
She stole them from Sagat.
Ah,
okay then.
Tiger E.
But anyway, so basically Nia blocked it and beat up Bayley for a while. And Bayley got Nia outside and threw her into a ring post and started taking control. But when they got back in the ring, Charlotte got involved and distracted a ref, so Bayley attacked her, and then she turned around into a Samoan drop.
So I get interference points.
You do get interference points.
Ooh.
So we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and give Charlotte 6 interference points. Puts her at 19. And then we're going to go ahead and give Bayley 5 thank you for showing up points. And then let's see here. Nia Jax is going to get herself 5 points for competing in the match. 4 for her moves is 9. And winning a match gets her 20. So that will be 29 points to Nia Jax. Let's see, so 20, no, so that's 9, so it's 54. Okay. We then cut to a handicap match of Braun Strowman versus 4 jobbers.
Yay.
Hey, at least you get more of that consistent Braun Strowman points that kept me afloat.
Yep. So
That's why I went for him.
So Braun Strowman beats up the 4 jobbers and pins them all simultaneously.
That's got to be worth like 10,000 points.
You would think.
That's a superhuman feat. That's an OMG.
Oh, sorry. He actually pinned 3 jobbers because one of them ran for his life.
Holy shit, please WWE, put that in the game. I want that. I want to have, like, if I have to suffer through the multi-man matches, I want the probability that one of them will run for his fucking life when I'm destroying the rest of them.
The computers are getting smarter. I was playing career mode the other day, and apparently Samoa Joe decided I wasn't worth his time because he did like we were fighting outside the ring, and he did some kind of like he suplexed me on the floor.
Uh-huh.
And then and the count was up, and he just threw me back in the ring, and then he just went up the ramp and left and got himself counted out. Like that, I don't fucking care anymore. I'm gone. You're not worth my time.
That's funny.
Like literally, he was in the process of just walking up the ramp, just leaving when the bell rang.
Next gen AI.
Pretty much. At least he's not cheap like Marcus's CAW, who put Zack Ryder in a freaking clover leaf out on the floor until 9.5 and then ran in the ring.
That's a strategy. I'll give him that.
Okay. It's something I would do. Not necessarily against Ryder of all people, but it's something I would do.
You had to break all the stops to defeat Zack Ryder.
You did. Zack Ryder was a pain in the ass. I took the NXT title from him, and he stalked me for like 6 months trying to get it back.
Maybe that was me getting revenge on him for you. I was like, fuck Zack Ryder.
Maybe.
He's stalking my friend.
There you go.
Anyway, so back to the program.
That's what Jeff do.
Yeah. So back to the program. So Braun Strowman gets 20 points for winning a match, and technically that's a specialty match, so he gets another 10 points for winning that. So it's 30 points to Braun Strowman. 5 for competing is 35. And Braun Strowman had 3 moves. Is 38 points Braun Strowman.
Also, I have to do not my requisite, but do I get OMG for impending 3 people at once?
You're up to 57 points. You're good. You're fine.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Damn
Good
you,
try, though. I
Strowman.
respect that. Strowman then goes backstage and finds McFoley and demands more competition. So Foley says, all right, you want competition? You're going to fight Roman Reigns at Fastlane. And Braun Strowman seems pleased with this.
And then they lowered a sheep so he could devour it.
They should have.
I shouldn't make fun of Braun Strowman, but I'm gonna all the time.
You should. Well, go ahead, because as of right now, I pulled Marcus to the main roster with me, and we were going for the tag titles, and the current tag champions are Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, so we were okay with this. So that's promo points to Strowman for the post-match. 3 puts him at 65 points. All right. Next up, we have a cruiserweight match of Akira Tozawa versus Drew Gulak. Gulak, whatever. And basically, there's some chain wrestling, and then Tozawa starts working on Gulak with kicks. Hurricanrana, forearm to the outside. Basically, Tozawa kicks his ass. And then Brian Kendrick comes out and shakes Akira Tozawa's hand. I don't know why. So yeah, Gulak didn't do shit, so Gulak's going to get 5 thank you for showing up points. And Akira Tozawa gets 20 for winning, 5 for competing is 25, and 3 moves is 28 points to Akira Tozawa. So that would be, let's see, 39, 49, 57. And Brian Kendrick gets 3 points for showing his face.
All right.
He's at 8. So following this, the best friends in the world, Team Jericho, come out to the ring. Jericho repeatedly mentions that he's the greatest of all time, and complains that he is incredibly offended that people are trying to ascribe that title to Tom Brady. So he puts Tom Brady on the list.
Hashtag I agree with Jericho.
Indeed. So Tom Brady goes on the list, and then says to Kevin Owens that he has a great idea. That what they're gonna do is that he and Kevin Owens is that for WrestleMania he and Kevin Owens should have a best friends match for the title. Unfortunately, as they are touting this match, they are interrupted by somebody who does not agree with this idea in the form of Goldberg, who proceeds to come out to the ring and point out that WrestleMania is all well and good, but it seems to him that Kevin Owens' card for Fastlane is currently empty. So, Kevin Owens, you're next!
Hashtag I agree with Goldberg.
And Kevin Owens has no interest in this match whatsoever, but Jericho interrupts and starts getting in Goldberg's face, saying that he never liked Goldberg. And then he's a punk, and Goldberg is like, they're going back and forth, and Jericho gets really pissed. I was like, all right, you know what? Fine. You know what, Goldberg? You want a match at Fastlane? You got a match at Fastlane. At Fastlane, it's going to be Bill Goldberg versus my best friend, Kevin Owens. And Kevin was like, wait, what? He is very not happy about this.
Part of me believes that, like, I just wanted to see Goldberg be like, oh, yeah, like he's yelling at Jericho and he's like, oh, you want to get in a fight? Jericho just looks at him and just smirks. He's like, sure. Goldberg's like, never mind. I'll take your friend.
See, if they were going to do that, I wish Jericho would have busted out that, I've never liked you. You wouldn't give me a match at WCW, But anyway. So, the two friends yell at each other about the challenge while Goldberg leaves. After informing Owens that he's next, as I mentioned. So, promo points to those three dudes.
Yay. I get promo points.
Oh, yeah, you took Goldberg, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
He did.
Goldberg.
That was his strategy.
Goldberg.
James Phoenix, you're next.
And Kevin. That's it. That's 3. Puts him at 55. Okay. We then go backstage where Owens cuts a promo on Jericho for putting him in the match. Jericho says, I've always helped you before. I'll help you again. It's going to be fun. So I'll give them each mini promo for that. Where is freaking Jericho? He's up here. That puts him to 34. Okay. So continuing along through the program, we then come back out to the ring where Cesaro and Sheamus have invoked their rematch clause for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship.
Great.
And they proceed to have a match against Gallows and Anderson. That is a fairly even-handed match. But there is a slight hiccup in the fact that the number one contenders for the tag titles, Enzo and Cass, are at ringside.
Okay.
Watching this from ringside chairs. And the match goes back and forth until Luke Gallows gets thrown outside the ring. And Enzo talks some shit to him, and he kicks Enzo in the face. Deciding he doesn't like this, Cass kicks Gallows in the face, which results in the disqualification of Cesaro and Sheamus.
Woo,
You know what's the real crime in all of this?
What's that?
Was an utter asshole, and they don't lose points.
Thank
you know what?
Jimson.
Just this once, I'm on team hashtag fuck you, Jim.
Thank you, Phoenix.
Hey, Gallows kept his temper in check and not kicked a dude who wasn't in the match. He wouldn't have gotten kicked back and he wouldn't have lost. And the match wouldn't have happened that way.
Enzo should have shut up. That's how it is.
It's Enzo.
Yeah.
When has he ever shut up in his life?
Yeah, and he probably gets kicked in the fucking face for it. If he doesn't learn, that's his fault.
Well, yeah, but he gets back.
Like,
yeah, but let's be honest. If the dude got assaulted in a hotel room for like 20 minutes and that didn't shut him up, is a kick to the face really going to shut him up?
No, that's why Cass should have been like, all right, I'm going to let this go.
Anyway.
Score.
I feel bad because Cass is going to go to singles competition and Enzo's going to turn into Santino.
Turn into Santino?
Huh.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. He's never been anything but that. No offense. I think he's immensely more talented than... Well, Santino appeared. I think Santino was more talented than he appeared. But
Santino was more talented than they allowed him to be.
Santino was fucking... Did you see Santino when he debuted? He was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's your favorite.
He fucking won the Intercontinental title when he got pulled randomly out of an audience.
Yeah, that was awesome. Because that was one of the best moments because he gets pulled out. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's just going to be a local talent thing. And then he takes his shirt off to wrestling. He just has this big fucking lion tattoo on his back. I'm like, Jesus. Like, okay, yeah, Umaga might be in trouble. This guy's got like a fucking Yakuza tat. What the fuck?
Rest in peace, Umaga. So anyway, back to the match here. So let's see. That's going to result in Enzo and Cass are going to get some... They were sitting at ringside, so I'm going to give them the equivalent of commentary points, even though the desk isn't there anymore.
Okay.
So
I think
let's
that's
see.
fair since Enzo talked smack to Gallows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get move points for the boot, don't I?
You do. And that
Yay.
technically constitutes an out-of-match assault because Cass wasn't in the match.
You mean Enzo?
No, I mean Cass.
He kicked Enzo.
Yes, but Cass kicked him. That's what caused the DQ.
Right, but him
Him kicking Enzo doesn't matter because he was in the match. So Enzo wasn't in the match, but Gallows was, so I'm not going to count it.
Fair enough.
Anyway, as I was saying, so Enzo, what do we give for the fucking... What's commentary? 5? Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's going to put him at 62. And then Big Cass...
It's a move and assault points. And commentary point. Well, did he actually say anything?
I think he and Cass were talking to ringside. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm going to give it to him anyway because he was sitting there. He might as well have been on commentary.
Fair enough.
So that'll be 5. 5 plus the move is 6. And the assault would be 4, so 10 points to Big Cass. I'll take it. All right, and then we're going to have ourselves, let's see here. So,
Cesaro.
Yeah, Cesaro gets 5 each for competing. They lost the match by DQ. It was unintentional, so it doesn't really matter.
So they get nothing.
They're going to get 5 points each for competing.
Thanks for showing up.
5 points each for competing, and they're going to get their respective move points, which is 4 for Cesaro and 1 for Sheamus. So Cesaro's going to get 9 points, and Sheamus is going to get 6.
You reckon they're going to split them up?
Maybe. And then Sheamus is going to get 6 points. Where are you, Sheamus? Sheamus is getting 6 points. That's going to be 34. And then the respective champions who retain their titles.
Duck Club.
They retain their titles by an unintentional DQ, so they do not get any win points. But they will each get themselves 5 points for competing and 15 points for retention of the tag team championship. So they will each receive 20 points and their respective moves, which would be, let's see, 1 for Anderson and 2 for Gallows. So therefore, Anderson will get 21 and Gallows will get 22. It'll be 31, 35, and 22 points for Luke Gallows. 32 and 5 is 35. Okay. They're tied. Good for you, club. All right. Following this, Michael Cole gives us an update on Seth Rollins' condition, indicating that he has a torn MCL, and his status for WrestleMania 33 is in, and I quote, serious doubt. However, all dirt sheets indicate that this is more of a work than anything, and they do expect it to be fully recovered in time for WrestleMania.
We'll see about that.
Indeed. We then have ourselves a tag team match playa. Of the New Day taking on the Shining Stars.
Enjoy.
Because that's how far the New Day have fallen.
Who has the Shining Stars?
That's a good question. Let's find out.
I believe I do.
Let's see, Epico. No, that'd be me.
Oh, is it? Oh, crap.
God damn it, that means you had that entire match. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like you need more points.
I always need more points.
No, you don't.
This is revenge for the last 2 seasons. I have been the shafted third place person the last 2 seasons, so fuck you both. Payback's a bitch. As Mordo said at the end of Doctor Strange, the bill always comes due.
Yeah, they blackwashed Mordo.
They did.
They hella did.
Well, they girl washed the Ancient One.
And whitewashed.
And whitewashed.
That's a wash combo.
But give them a break, they still gave you Wong.
They made Wong badass.
Wong was a man.
Yeah, the washing of the Ancient One worked. The washing of Mordo, not so much.
Mm. Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
That was awesome. Anyway.
we're gonna review the MCU at some point too. We'll get there. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 next month. Anyway.
Don't we already have a Doctor Strange review up?
Yeah, I think we do. Go watch that, people at home. So let's see here. So basically, the New Day beat the crap out of the Shining Stars, as one might expect. Big E and Xavier are wrestling in this match, actually. So basically what's going to happen here is, as far as I can tell, the Shining Stars did not get any moves in. So
do they have moves?
They apparently have some moves. They have some flippy lucha shit. But anyway, so basically, the Shining Stars are just going to get 5 thank you for showing up points each. Primo. Which, by the way, I feel so bad for these guys. Carlito, if you're out there listening, please come back and save your brother and your cousin from obscurity, please.
Epico is his cousin?
Yes, Epico is Primo and Carlito's cousin.
Did not know that.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
But Carlito can't do that because he spits on the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Well, not they don't want to be cool, they just can't be cool. There's a difference. He can make them cool.
Carlito don't have time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Apparently not. But anywho, so let's go to the New Day. Xavier and Big E are going to get themselves points for this match. Big E got the pinfall here. Wait, no, who was the fucking legal man? I'm confused. You know, Big E was the legal man, so Big E got the pinfall here. That's what I thought. Okay. So we'll do Xavier first. So Xavier gets 15 points for being on the winning team in this match. He gets 5 for competing, is 20. And he hit 2 moves, is 22 points to Xavier Woods. And then Big E won the match, so he gets 20 for that, and 5 for competing is 25. And Big E hit 4 moves, so that's 29 points to Big E. Okay. So following this, we cut backstage where Chris Jericho was interviewed and says that he and Kevin Owens are just having a minor disagreement. They're fine. Owens interrupts and tells Jericho that he is right. You've always had my back, and I know you will this time. Just like I'm going to have your back in your U.S. title defense against Sami Zayn tonight.
Fuck you, Owens.
So for an interview, would you guys give that full promo or mini promo?
How much did they talk? Just that? Or...
Yeah. Jericho was being interviewed about their minor disagreement, and then Owens interrupted, and they made up and said they're going to have each other's backs. I'll make it mini. I'll make it mini. I have enough points. I will be congenial. 37 for Jericho. Okay. So following this, we see a video package announcing the next set of Hall of Fame inductees, the Rock and Roll Express.
Did they get the one of them down from the Hardy compound then?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Didn't realize that one of them was involved in that. Okay.
Well, both of them were, but one of them was in the cherry picker, and one of the Hardys made it go up, and he's like, "Hey, get me down."
Fair enough. I should go back and watch that match.
Am I the only one who thinks that they should ask Shelton Benjamin to induct Kurt Angle since, he's kind of there and just kind of waiting in the wings right now?
No, he's injured. He's not there.
Yeah, but he's technically part of WWE. He's just injured, so he can't.
No, because when he got injured, I think they figured, well, we're not going to bother signing you and paying you when you're injured. So come back to us when you're not injured, and we'll sign you.
They should still ask him to do it since he's not doing anything.
No, because Kurt Angle already said he wants Stone Cold to induct him.
Oh,
he said that.
Fair enough.
He wants Stone Cold, but he would also consider John Cena.
Okay, then. Taz should induct him, the first man he ever beat in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
It should be Goldberg and Goldust, so they could be his gold medals.
There you go.
Taz comes out. Angle, you only survived because I let you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving on.
Then Taz just gets immediately jumped and choked out by Samoa Joe.
No, I'm pretty sure Taz climbs into a Samoa Joe machine.
Okay.
Taz is the male
That's his-
diva.
Taz is no, he's like, it's morphin time, Samoa Joe, and then he gets the arm.
Mecha Online.
There you go.
Nerf this. Choke out, choke out, choke out.
So anyway, following the video package, Chris Jericho defends his United States Championship against Sami Zayn.
Fuck you, Phoenix.
Jericho.
Fuck you. You don't need those points. You don't deserve those points.
But I do.
He's drinking
For those points are all contained within the overarching gift of Jericho. Drink it in, man.
Fuck you. Just fuck you.
But I don't know, John was anything else. We got to saw this. Did you see, John? They're actually selling on WWE.com the list of Jericho clipboard.
Nice.
Comes complete with 25 list of Jericho pages and a fold-out key ring to hang it from things.
And Jim wants it.
It's $25.
So you can put it on a pole.
There you go. So, Jericho and Sami Zayn have a pretty damn good match. That ends when Jericho applies the walls. Zayn reaches the ropes to break the hold. Jericho gets pissed at the ref, forcing him to break it, so it's yelling at him. While he is doing this, Kevin Owens super kicks Zayn in the face behind the ref's back. Sorry. I'm okay. And Jericho then hits a code breaker and picks up the retention. So, Sami Zayn is going to get 5 thank you for competing points. But on the plus side, he countered a ton of shit, so he's still got a lot of move points. So Sami Zayn will get 5 points for competing, but he's going to get 15 points for moves.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, he countered Jericho. He got out of like 3 walls at Jericho's and countered like 2 code breakers. No, he countered a code breaker and he dodged a lion salt because Jericho hit the mat.
Damn.
So anyway, 15 points, so 20 points to Sami Zayn.
Yay.
That's going to put him up at 54. 54. Meanwhile, Jericho is going to get himself, let's see, a U.S. title retention will net him 40 points. He'll get 20 for winning the match is 60. 5 for competing is 65. And Jericho had 8 moves, which is, let's see. So what? Now I lost it. Hang on. 40, 50, 60, 65, and then another 8 is 73 points to Chris Jericho.
Jericho won outright. He didn't win via DQ.
No, he won because Kevin Owens super kicked Sami Zayn behind the ref's back.
Oh.
And then when the ref turned around, he hit him with the code breaker and then pinned him.
Oh, fuck you.
No, fuck me. Fuck Kevin Owens.
You have Kevin Owens. Fuck you.
So what did I just say? 73 points. So 93, that'd be 103, and his 7 is 110 points. Chris Jericho, who is now in the first place.
Fuck you.
That is weird.
That is amazing.
Fuck you.
And that is why I saved my last draft pick for him.
Fuck you.
I don't think that's why, but
Well,
I'll go with that.
because number one, he had a title. Number 2, he's Jericho.
Yeah.
So let's continue. Oh, and Kevin Owens is going to get himself some interference points, by the way. So not only 6 well, technically he gets 5 for accompaniment and 6 for interference, so it's 11 points. That puts him at 72. All right, moving along. Charlotte is in the backstage area, and this is not in the Raja one, but I was reading the recap over on Cage Side Scenes, and I like this line that somebody wrote.
Okay.
Because Charlotte, we cut to Charlotte in the backstage area, who goes and visits Sasha Banks in her natural habitat, the trainer's room. I thought that was funny. And she proceeds to cut a promo on her about how, look, we were running this amazing feud, and look where I am. I'm still the women's champion. My pay-per-view streak continues, and I'm still making history every week, and you're here injured and doing nothing. It must suck to be you.
Charlotte, your points beg to differ. You fucking bitch. Get me some points.
So, promo points to Charlotte and Sasha.
Woohoo.
Woo! That'd be 8. We'll put her at 27.
Those are not the points of a champion, Charlotte. Come on.
And Sasha gets 8. What's her at 21? She's still got more points than Sasha.
For now.
All right, so after this, Austin Aries goes to the ring. Who, by the way, stay tuned because dirt sheets are indicating that he has been cleared.
Okay.
So he proceeds to introduce and bring out Neville.
Yay.
He informs Neville that tomorrow night on 205 Live, which we'll be getting to later in this recording, there is going to be a 5-way #1 contendership match to determine who will fight him for the Cruiserweight title at the Fastlane pay-per-view. And Neville says no matter who wins, they're going to pay respect to him. And the 5 contenders in that match all proceed, actually no, one of these guys isn't in the match. I'm confused. 5 dudes come out. They made a last-minute change to somebody being in this match. We'll get to that on 205. But Cedric Alexander, Noam Dar, Jack Gallagher, Tony Nese, and TJ Perkins all proceed to interrupt him.
Okay.
Perkins says he'll win the title again and then drops Tony Nese. And they all start brawling, which leads to a series of suicide dives, which I'm not going to score because it's a fucking Cruiserweight thing. Of course there's suicide dives. And we cut to a commercial and come back to find out that this has been organized into a 6-man tag team match play of Perkins, Alexander, and Gallagher versus Neville, Noam Dar, and Tony Nese.
Okay. I'm about to get shafted a bunch of points, aren't
I? Not exactly. Because a couple of minutes into the match, Noam Dar steals a tag from Neville, which pisses Neville off and causes him to leave.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yes, I did get stiffed a bunch of points. Fucking Neville.
You don't have Neville.
Yes, I do!
I thought he had Neville.
No, I took Neville.
Oh.
That's why I was pissed off when he left during the main event of last week's 205. I was like, God damn it, Neville. Stay fucking put for a goddamn match.
Well, blame Noam Dar for treating him like shit.
Fuck you, Noam Dar.
But you still got a bunch of points. Because he abandoned his team, which led to the faces being able to take advantage. So TJ Perkins' detonation kicked Nese into oblivion. Alexander and Dar got the tag, and then Dar ate a painful-looking lumbar check, and Alexander got the win. So you got win points. How about that?
True. I would have got more points if Neville hadn't fucking left.
He's still in the match. I mean, he still gets competition points.
Yeah, but he would have actually done some moves.
Yeah. Fair enough. But in the interim, we will do the heels first, as we are wont to do. And the heels did not, as far as I can tell. Neville did hit one move.
Ooh.
So he was the only heel that hit a move. So we'll do the other two first. So Dar and Nese get 5. Thank you for showing up points a pop. Let's see. Noam Dar. Him at 18. And Tony Nese. Excuse me. And who the fuck else am I looking for? Oh, Tony Nese. Yes. Mr. No longer in the lead. Wait, no, what am I doing? 2 more. 76. Okay. And then Neville did have a move, so Neville gets 5 for competing and 1 for his move. It's 6 points to Neville. Neville. And then back on the face side, let's see. T.J. Perkins gets 15 points for being on the winning team, 5 for competing. It's 20 and 1 point and 1 for a move for the that their detonation kick that I mentioned. And it's 21 points to Perkins. Anyone has 5 is 26 points. Okay. And then we're going to have ourselves Jack Gallagher, who had 1 point. So he will also get the aforementioned 25 points. No, wait. 21 points. Sorry. Jack Gallagher, 21. 26. Puts him at 46. Okay. And then Cedric Alexander got himself a win, so he gets 20 points plus 5 for competing is 25. And let's see. What the hell is he? Well, he only had the one move of the finisher, so 26 points to Cedric Alexander. He gets 58, 64.
Question.
Answer.
Why is Emelina on the roster twice?
What do you mean?
Look at the roster. She's on it twice.
Oh. We added her, but she was still there as inactive. Oops. All right, we'll delete that one. No, she's not. Moving along. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, backstage, we cut again to Jericho and Owens.
God damn it! Enough of their fucking points. Jesus Christ.
Who proceed to announce that next week, at Jericho's suggestion, they should host a festival of friendship to celebrate their best friendship.
Okay, but if they draw like a fucking smiley face across both their hands, I'm fucking out.
Ha!
Unless they're having an actual like children's trading card duel at the next pay-per-view. I'm just be like, nope, sorry guys. Shit's over.
Want them to have a duel now.
That would be pretty great.
Does that constitute a specialty match?
Yeah.
It's an out-of-match assault.
Yes. Kevin Owens, I challenge you to a duel.
And an OMG match. And
Owens is like,
no, this is now we're gonna have an. We're not gonna do this right now because we got to keep going. We're gonna have an off-air debate now. What Duel Monsters decks will WWE superstars use?
oh no.
We'll talk about that later.
Roman has pendulum monsters.
Yeah. John Cena busts out Exodia when he has no life points.
Yes.
Rollins runs a Gate Guardian deck because he's the architect.
You forgot Styles. My deck has no pathetic monsters. But it does have hustle, loyalty, respect, and the arms of Exodia.
Oh, Jesus.
So
There you go.
choke on D's, and he throws the nuts at him.
So anyway, Jericho and Owens get themselves some promo points. Where is Owens? That's
Alberto Del Rio runs a Destiny board deck.
Yes.
there you go.
Destiny!
Beautiful, beautiful. Undertaker has that zombie deck that little short for season 1 was running.
Cool. Yeah. Brains. Brains?
Bailey has whatever deck Taya Gardner uses.
The friendship deck?
She'd have a better one.
Well, yeah,
She would have like
that.
fucking. She would have curry bow and shit though. She would have like stupid things.
She would actually be effective. Yeah.
The Bella Twins run Mirror Harpy decks.
No, the Bella Twins run those 2 decks that those weird, creepy twin dudes ran.
They had the best deck ever. You be quiet, you.
Oh wait, those were the Gay Guardian dudes, weren't they?
Yes.
Okay.
I heart Gay Guardian. He's like my favorite.
Nice.
He's not very good, but he's fucking cool.
Yeah, he was
His
at the
parts
time.
are good. His parts are good. He's
No, one of the parts is good. The other two are questionable.
That's true. That's true.
I love my Song of the Thunder. He's the
Song
shit.
is fucking awesome.
He's the best. That's why he's the only one I haven't used.
That's fair. Anyway. Back over there. So, main event, Joe versus Roman.
Okay, then.
They beat the crap out of each other, as expected.
Mm-hmm.
Samoa Joe does a number of impressive kicks, some insecurities, a couple of suplexes. Roman does the 3 moves that he knows how to do.
They're all signatures.
They are. And basically the match ends as Roman is about to go for a Superman punch, but Braun Strowman again interferes. Reigns punches him off the apron. Reigns punches him off the apron, but then unfortunately he turns around into Joe for a kick and a side suplex for the win.
Yeah, he like rock bottomed him basically.
Yeah, it was basically a spinning rock bottom.
Yeah.
Was that his finisher or something?
It's one of.
The joke is because if he kills Roman Reigns, they will kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a DQ. I approve of this. This will work.
What's that?
So I thought it was a DQ, but it wasn't. So I
No, it wasn't. He turned around into Samoa Joe, who proceeded to hit him with a spinning rock bottom.
I don't care who won, as long as it wasn't a DQ win.
You know, he got the win, and then Braun Strowman pulled Roman Reigns out of the match and hit a running power slam on him, and then hit him with the ring steps, and then hit a running power slam through the fan barricade.
Okay, then.
Through the fan barricade?
Through the fan barricade.
Ooh. Tastes like OMG.
It does. It does.
That's why I didn't get him earlier. I got you.
Indeed. So let's go in order here. Let's see. So Braun Strowman gets 6 interference points, and 2 running power slams is 8 points, and 5 OMG points is 13 points. Braun Strowman.
Yay.
8, which puts him at 78 points. Right there now. Then let's see. Roman Reigns lost this match, so Roman Reigns is going to get 5 points for competing and 4 for being in the main event is 9, plus his 5 moves is 14 points. Roman Reigns. Is 36. Okay. And then Samoa Joe is going to get 20 points for winning this match. He's going to get 5 for competing, and it is 25. He's going to get another 9 for it being the main event. It's going to put him at 34. And then he had 7 move points, which is going to put him at 41 points to Samoa Joe.
That includes the winning the main event?
Yes.
Okay.
He's at 51 and 6 is 57 points, Joe.
Joe is gonna kill you.
Evidently. And thus we have Monday Night Raw. Let us checketh the scores.
Refresh all.
Refreshing data. And score stand as follows. 800 Jesus fucking Christ.
What?
807 points for the
Wow.
what the fuck, the certified Jerichoholics. 490 for ROS, who's come back into second place by a nice margin. And 435 for the Hug Life.
Yeah, I got
John,
0%.
we should just quit now. He's got like double our points. We're not coming back from that
It's
deficit.
all Enzo's fault.
It's all Tony Nese's fault. Jesus Christ.
Actually, at this point, it's all Jericho's fault.
That too, yeah. Yeah, that's true. But we're not coming back from that deficit. Jesus Christ.
Probably not. Who knows? Well, your goal was WrestleMania, so.
Yeah, but if I get no
Your
points
strategy.
leading up to WrestleMania, that's not going to do me much good. At the very least, I'll beat you. That's pretty much what that's going to guarantee. That's about it. But even then, that might not happen if you start getting more consistent points, although it seems to be back and forth between you and me.
Mm-hmm. I'm Shawn Michaels. WrestleMania season is my season.
Not when I have half the card. Supposedly.
For the event, yes, but the season is my season.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else. So let's move on to the SmackDown, as we are wont to do.
I would have been in better shape if Jim just hadn't outright fucking ball shotted me twice.
Hey, in all fairness, I probably would have tried to take Kevin Owens from you if he hadn't done it first.
Yeah.
He opened up that door. I just walked through it.
He stole it from me. I should be mad.
Yeah, but John's intent was for me to take him back, which I was going to do.
Except you didn't do it soon enough.
Because I didn't expect you to fucking cheap shot me and take him when you knew I couldn't take him back.
To be honest, like I said, I didn't think about the fact that you couldn't take it back until after that. That was not in my conscious thought, because I was like, well, I'll get Owens back. When he takes Owens back, I can still take Jericho, and he can't take him back, so I'll still be okay. And then you point out that you couldn't draft for me on the last pick, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so you fucking ball shotted me twice. Him and Gallagher. You had to go take Gallagher back.
Gallagher was coming back to me no matter what. And in all fairness, I lost fucking Neville and Randy Orton.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you Orton. Neville is doing fuck all. Like, I'm almost regretting taking him because he's like doing nothing.
Well, yeah, until he gets to the pay-per-view. Then he has a championship match.
Yeah, then he loses said championship match.
Possibly. We don't know that. But anyway, let's go to SmackDown.
Who the number one contender is.
We shall find out before the end of this recording. So, moving on to SmackDown, though. SmackDown is airing from the Key Arena in Seattle, Washington.
Which means I better get the most points or I'm going to be pissed.
And neither of you went.
I didn't know it was there.
You fail.
And
I had to work.
What was it, Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have been able to go.
Sad face.
I had to work and I was sick, so.
Well, it sucks to be you then. Anywho. So, Daniel Bryan comes out to open the program. To massive fan applause.
Cheap pop.
Very cheap pop. Massive Daniel Bryan chants echoing throughout the arena. And he talks about how great it is to be home and how much he laments the fact that the last time he was here in this building, in this city, he had to announce his retirement from wrestling. But there's good news is he's about to be a dad. No, priorities. Right, John?
Maybe. I don't know if it's cause for celebration, but
how about if like I'm sure he'll be gone for a week or two after he has the kid. So how about if after that he comes back wearing a Heath Slater t-shirt?
Done.
I want to see that now. Or at the very least, I want to see Heath give him the t-shirt.
I approve. Make it happen.
So, unfortunately, Daniel Bryan's loving reunion with the people of his hometown is interrupted by The Miz.
What? What are the odds of that?
I know. Who comes out to steal a spotlight. And he gets to borrow Bryan talking about, Daniel Bryan, what are you even still doing here? You can't wrestle anymore. You can't wrestle. Why are you in this ring right now? To which Daniel Bryan counters and points out that that's true, Miz, but not being able to wrestle has never stopped you from getting in the ring.
Nice.
This pisses Miz off and says that Daniel Bryan should just go home and do the one thing that he's at a skill level of being good at, and that's be a stay-at-home dad.
That's a very hard thing to do, Miz, I'll have you know.
I know.
But if he wants to fight about it.
Big Whoop want to fight about it.
Yeah, John's not injured, Miz. Come on back to Seattle now, you hear?
I'll slap him so hard, it'll turn the logo the right way.
Nice. So anyway, during this argument, they are joined by Baron Corbin, Dean Ambrose, and AJ Styles in that order.
Yay.
Who all, along with The Miz, to talk about how they are going to win the Elimination Chamber. And as their argument escalates, Daniel Bryan cuts everybody off and says, well, Elimination Chamber's not till Sunday, but why don't we have a preview right now? Fatal 4-way match. Right now. Go. And said match will occur. So first off, promo points to all those people.
Except Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan.
He gets promo points in our heart.
Daniel Bryan. So let's see here. Who do we get points? So the Miz is. Let me go to the actual right table. There we go. So the Miz will get some promo points. So 8 to him.
Does Maurice come out with him?
Maurice showed up but didn't say anything, so I will give her appearance points.
Woohoo!
Looking sexy points.
Indeed. And then let's see who else came out. AJ Styles.
The gay community.
Yeah, it's Seattle. That makes sense.
I'm confused.
You're not from Seattle. That's okay.
Just that phone interview from years ago.
Yeah, okay.
It's funny.
Fair enough. And then who else was out there? Dean Ambrose. 26 points. And Baron Corbin.
Ooh.
The lone wolf.
Someone who's not going to get me many points tomorrow night.
So
I don't see him winning.
So said fatal 4-way match begins.
It's a specialty match, though, Jeff. So.
It is a specialty match. So the four beat the crap out of each other, as expected. And they do some back and forth. There's a nice moment where they do that thing where they all end up on the turnbuckle, and then Baron Corbin power bombs all three of them simultaneously.
Nice.
OMG points.
I would OMG that, sure.
Yay!
But not if you pinned him.
He did not. Some finishers were exchanged. And we got to the end at the point where, let's see what we got here. So Styles is fighting The Miz in the ring and hits a phenomenal forearm on him, but Maurice then pulls The Miz out of the ring so that he cannot be pinned. And AJ Styles then turns around into an end of days.
Wait, what?
And Baron Corbin gets the victory.
Wait, what?
Yeah, wait, what?
Wait, what?
What the fuck is this shit?
Woo! Go Seattle! Which means he definitely is not winning tomorrow.
Probably not. It's probably Bray Wyatt, but anyway.
Yeah, the one season I don't have him.
Follow the buzzards.
The buzzard. He's the only one that exists.
He's your Roman Reigns. That's cute.
Anyway, so let's go into reverse order. So let's see. I'm not going to give Maurice any more points because she was already out there and it was technically not an accompaniment. So we'll go to The Miz, who's going to get 5 points for competing in this match. Where's some of this extra crap here? And all this crap. Here we go. All right. So Miz is going to get 4 move points and 5 for competing is 9. Well, wait a minute. Hold it. 5 for competing. What is it? 3 for a specialty. So that's 8 plus his moves. It was another 4 is 12 points Miz. 12 points to The Miz. We should put him at 30 points even. And then we'll do Dean Ambrose. Who will get the requisite 5 for competing and 3 for the specialty is 8 points. And 2 for moves is 10 points Dean Ambrose. Yeah. And then we're going to have ourselves, let's see. Who else was in here that didn't win? AJ Styles. He's going to get 8 points for the thing and 6 points for moves. Is going to be 14 points to AJ Styles.
Alrighty then.
66. 66. That puts AJ back in the top 10, by the way. And Baron Corbin is going to get himself 20 points for winning this match, 10 for winning a specialty match is 30, 5 for competing is 35, 3 for being in the specialty match is 38. And move-wise, he had 2 moves, so 40 points even for Baron Corbin.
Damn.
Puts him at 58 and a slot in the top 10.
Is that what the yellow is for?
Yeah.
Yes, the yellow indicates top 10 people.
Nice.
So, following that match, we cut to Tom Phillips, who proceeds to, from the commentary table, conduct an interview via satellite with Natalia and a Nikki
With
Bella.
The Rock. Yeah.
That's what I said, with The Rock.
I know, but that
No.
gets you points. Oh. What other people can... They're stealing The Rock's moves?
Well, Natalia and Nikki Bella were forced to do this. They had to put them in separate locations and interview them via satellite so a fight wouldn't break out.
Let me guess, a fight broke out anyway.
No, it didn't. They just talked a lot of shit to each other.
I remember
Like a
someone
lot.
was making fun of that because Natalia kept looking to the side, he was pretty sure that they were in the same room.
That they probably were.
Probably.
But they cut promos on each other and they talked some shit to each other. Now he's like, oh, you stole my ex-uncle Brett, and John Cena's gonna leave you and you're gonna be alone after WrestleMania when you retire. Bunch of shit like that. Nikki was countering with, oh, you're a disappointment to the Hart family, and you're a terrible, the only thing you ever have is your ability to wrestle, and when you lose your ability to wrestle, you're not gonna have anything left because you don't have looks or anything to fall back on.
She's got giant tits. Does that count?
Yeah. So they proceed to, they get promo points for those two ladies there. That's what happens there.
Whoa, Nikki Bella paying off, y'all.
So they're up to 16 points each. All right. So following this, we go to the ring for a one-on-one match between Apollo Crews and Dolph Ziggler.
A match I'm not involved in.
Yeah.
Ziggler throws a whole bunch of offense at Crews early on. He sets up for the super kick, but Crews ducks a super kick and then rolls Ziggler up into a small package for a win.
What?
It's Apollo Crews' first victory in 86 years.
This does not make Dolph Ziggler happy, who proceeds to beat the shit out of Crews after the match and then grab a steel chair and then hit him with the steel chair several times. Before Kalisto makes the save and hits Ziggler with some kicks, it goes for a Salito del Sol, but Ziggler blocks it, crotches Kalisto on the top rope, and then beats the shit out of him with a chair. And then he hits Crews with
This is going to end up being a handicap match in favor of the faces? What the fuck?
Seems that way.
How does that work?
I don't know, but at any rate, going at the base level here, let's see, Dolph Ziggler
Dolph
lost
Ziggler
this
is
match.
ratio 4, and Apollo Crews and Kalisto are ratio 2.
But Dolph Ziggler does not deserve to be ratio 4.
I know, but you can pick them. When you unlock that in arcade mode, you can pick what ratio they are.
Fair enough.
So Dolph Ziggler is going to get 5 points for being in the match, and he's going to get a couple of move points, or maybe it's just the one. Let me see. No, Ziggler has 3 move points. So Ziggler will get himself 8 points for that, and we're going to throw him 3 more points for foreign object use.
Woohoo!
So that's going to be 11 points to Dolph Ziggler.
Does he get out of match assault or no?
Yeah, sure. 15 points to Dolph Ziggler. We'll be at that will put him up to 36, and it's 41. Okay. And then Apollo Crews gets 20 points for winning this match, and he gets 5 for competing in the match, and he gets 3 move points. Is 28 points to Apollo Crews.
Doesn't he get win points too? Because he won the match.
I gave him the win points. 20 for competing, 5 for winning is 25.
Oh, okay.
And 3 for the moves is 28.
All right.
So 31 in total.
Yeah. That entire feud is fucking John. What the fuck?
And
I know.
let's-
I'm
and
so
then
proud of having such great competitors.
And
hey, at
then,
least you have an entire feud. Come on, dude.
And then Kalisto gets himself some out-of-match assault points.
At least it means you get guaranteed points and guaranteed victory points.
9.
Probably.
So following this, we cut to Dolph Ziggler backstage where he's confronted by Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan. And Ziggler tells Daniel Bryan that he could beat Cruz and Kalisto at the same time. So Bryan books them in a handicap match at the Elimination Chamber.
Again, you're guaranteed victory points and all match points at a pay-per-view.
It's probably the pre-show.
It still counts for points.
So that's mini. We'll give mini promo to Ziggler for that one.
I'd be surprised if I have even one victory at fucking Elimination Chamber.
You will, Nikki Bella.
Maybe.
Yeah, but given how they seem to be using chairs and stuff a lot, it feels like it feels like most matches will probably end in DQ, though. That's what I'm worried about.
That is possible.
Yeah, but if it's intentional DQ by one of the competitors, you still get victory points.
That's true.
It's like half or something.
No, the pre-show match is Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins.
Wow, I get points. Holy shit.
That's ooh.
Yes, matches on the card proper include the Elimination Chamber, Nikki versus Natalya, the Tag Team Clusterfuck Championship match. It's a Tag Team Turmoil match, basically the whole Tag Team division in a Tag Team Championship match. Alexa defending the women's title against Naomi, who's probably going to win because she's got new merch. Becky versus Mickey, Apollo versus Kalisto. Apollo and Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler. You wrote that wrong, person on Wikipedia. And Luke Harper versus Randy Orton.
So I get that match. That's my one guaranteed match. And I'm probably going to lose the pre-show because, let's be honest, Kurt Hawkins right now has no points for me, which means, yeah, that's going to be his one and only match. He's not winning.
But he can only go up from here.
Yeah, but that's pretty much guaranteed victory points for you.
Woo.
I'm going to get completely hosed at Elimination Chamber. I'll lose my title. I'm going to have one victory. Maybe two if I get lucky in the Tag Team Turmoil match, but I'm not counting on it. I'm expecting the Usos to win that.
That is possible.
More than likely.
Moving on. So we cut to the back. Mickie James and Alexa Bliss come out to the ring, followed by Becky Lynch and Naomi to jointly sign the contracts for their respective matches at the Elimination Chamber. They cut promos on each other, and then Shock of Shocks beat the hell out of each other.
Before or after they sign the contracts?
After the contracts are signed.
Fair enough.
So, all four of those women get promo and out-of-match assault. So that's 12 points to everybody involved. Let's see, 12 points to Mickie James. 18. 12 points to Naomi. Minus 49. 12 points to Becky Lynch. 41. And 12 points to Alexa Bliss. 17. Okay. So we roll along, and we have the precursor to the Tag Team Clusterfuck match, in which the Vaudevillains, the Usos, and the Ascension team up to fight American Alpha, Breezango, and Rhino and Slater.
Oh, yeah, I remember somebody making fun that Breezango was on the face team.
Yeah. They had too many heel teams.
I'm expecting American Alpha won this match, so I don't really give a shit.
Shockingly, no.
Uh-huh.
The pinfall went to Victor.
What?
Yep.
Victor.
Your favorite team.
Well, I really don't give a shit about this match. Moving on.
Yeah, the heels controlled the majority of the match. Rhino got a hot tag and kicked a bunch of ass. American Alpha came in and hit some suplexes and shit. And then Gable suicide dived out of the ring, and Rhino got in and gored Connor, but then Victor came off the top with a knee to the face and took Rhino out for the win.
I guess I don't give a shit now because I basically get no points for this match.
Fair enough. What was the other? No, okay. Well, anyway.
What are you looking for?
No, Johnson, who had what teams? Anyway, so we'll do the face team first.
Yep. I have Slater and Rhino. That's like the only fucking team I have. Oh,
Okay.
I have Breezango, I guess. So.
All right.
But that team didn't win, so it means fuck all.
All right. Well, so let's see here. So we'll do. So Breezango didn't have any moves, so they're just each gonna get 5 points for competing. So.
On the other tab.
Right. Fandango. 9. Tyler Breeze. 9. And then Slater and Rhino. Slater's just going to get 5 points. Rhino actually hit 2 moves, so he'll get 7. So Rhino will get 7 points. 2 at 11. And then Slater is going to get 5. Puts him at 9. And then American Alpha will each get points. Let's see. Jordan will get 6. Gable will get 7. We'll get 7. 15. Okay. Now on the heel team, let's see here. So basically, the heels, as far as I gather, did not really hit a lot of moves except for the one that won the match. So basically, that means everybody on the heel team is getting 20 points.
Woohoo! Except for Victor.
Yeah, he'll get more. So 20 points to Aiden English, 20 points to Simon Gotch.
The Vaudevillain.
And 20 points to the Usos.
All points to fucking Jim, who doesn't need them.
I think I have one of those teams.
You don't. I have the Vaudevillains and the Usos, and he has the Ascension.
No, he has the Ascension.
I have the Ascension.
John gets the win. And you did it again.
Okay.
Dumb shit.
What?
Hi, Stachio.
Oh, hi.
I don't know why you have to minimize it to see that it was right fucking there on the screen.
I didn't minimize it. I didn't think I did, but anyway. So, that being the case, we did the Usos, so the Ascension. So therefore, let's see, Connor is going to get 20 points. And then Victor is going to get 20 for winning 5, 26 points to Victor. Which puts him at 30. 30. I'll figure that shit out.
That means they're probably not winning.
And then we have our main event. And then we have our main event match, which is John Cena versus Randy Orton, number 7,802.
I wish I had that many points for them.
No, I mean, that's how many matches they've had.
Yeah, and I'd have way more points than that if they had that many matches where they were on my roster.
Indeed.
It would be spread across like 14 seasons.
Yeah.
I suppose.
But anyway, so Cena versus Orton in a non-title match. Bray Wyatt is at ringside. They beat the crap out of each other, hit some signature moves. Cena and Orton both unsuccessfully tried to launch a finisher, and one of them knocked the ref out. I'm not sure which one. But the ref went down. Orton got locked in an STF and tapped out, but the ref was unconscious and couldn't see it.
Okay.
Bray Wyatt runs in and begins attacking John Cena. He knocks Orton out of the ring, but then Wyatt drops Cena with his sister Abigail. But then Luke Harper runs out and confronts him, hits a spinning lariat on Wyatt finally. And Orton sneaks back in and goes for an RKO on Harper, who pushes him away into Cena, who hits an AA on him and goes for a pinfall as the ref pulls himself back into the ring just in time to count a pinfall.
Okay, then.
So, let's start off. Luke Harper gets interference points and 1 finisher. So that's 7 points to Luke Harper.
Okay, then.
It's been 19. And then Bray Wyatt gets 5 accompaniment points, and then 6 interference points is 11. Plus 1 move is 12. 12.
Fuck you, Bray.
$39, $41. And then actually, I will actually correct myself here because Luke Harper also had an evasion at one point because he got out of that fucking RKO that was attempted, so he gets 3 more points.
Yay.
Oh, Luke Harper. I'll put him at 22. 22. Meanwhile, Randy Orton lost this match, so Randy Orton is going to get 5 points for competing in said match, and he's going to get himself 6 move points, so 11 points Randy Orton.
Main event.
And 4 for competing in the main event is 15 Randy Orton. How's Randy Orton? There we go. That'll be 48, 53. 53. And then John Cena is going to get himself, let's see, 20 points for winning, and 5 for competing in the match is 25. 9 for being in and winning the main event is going to put him up at 34. Plus moves is going to give him another 7, is therefore going to put Cena at 41. 41 points, John Cena. We put him at 51, and 9 is 60 points, John Cena, and a space in the top 10.
Robaldo!
Ba-ba-da-bow, ba-ba-da-bow.
I was worried about the status quo there for a minute.
I know. All right. So let's take a look at the post-SmackDown scores. And I want the refresh button. Post-SmackDown scores look as follows. Jerichoholic still in the lead at 943. Followed by ROS holding strong at 634. And just trailing behind at 619, Hug Life. What was I? 943. Jesus Christ.
Yep, the pay-per-view is going to break me. I'm predicting that right now.
Well, let's go see what happened on 205 Live first. Shall we?
If we must.
We must. All right, so 205 Live. Again, I'm using the recap from Cage Side Seats for this as opposed to Raja. So. And I will thank the recapper Alan Sco, who was always entertaining and pointed out that for doing what is actually rather helpful is switching up the format Gino style for the recap, so we could bang these out quicker and ensure we're not having to read a Tolstoy-esque 8 million word tome every week. Because, as a wise man once said, ain't nobody got time for that.
Right.
So there's a promo for the main event, 5-way. This is a 5-way elimination main event, by the way. I should mention that. The last man standing to face Neville for the Cruiserweight title at Fastlane.
Okay.
So, that's Oh, that's how that happened. Okay.
I have a feeling I know who it's going to be, and I'm not going to like it.
So commentary informs us that apparently Tony Nese got injured in that match on Raw.
Yes! 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 Yes!
So in order to fill the open slot in the 5-man match, we're going to have ourselves a qualifier.
All right.
That qualifier is going to feature Arya Daivari taking on Mustafa Ali.
Yes! 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 Yes!
So these two have some nice back and forth match, some nice back and forth action. Daivari with a big neck breaker at one point. Ali with a flip to the outside, high kick to the head, followed by the rolling neck breaker. Great signature. Let's see. Ali inadvertently missiles himself into the middle turnbuckle.
Okay.
Followed by a wicked hammerlock and a lariat, but Daivari does not get a pinfall on that. And then near the end, Ali manages to come back with a spinning tornado DDT. That's more of a neck breaker than a DDT. And setting up for the inverted 450 to give Mustafa Ali the win.
Yes! 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 Yes!
So, for counting based on the moves that I know of, let me get rid of this. Junk. Okay. So, Daivari did not hit any moves. So, Daivari is just going to get 5 points for showing up. 5 points for Daivari. Mustafa Ali, on the other hand, is going to get 20 points for winning the match, 5 for competing in it, and he hit 3 moves. So, that is going to go ahead and give him 28 points.
And a spot in the main event.
And a spot in the main event.
Yes, 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 yes.
He is 35 for Mustafa Ali in total. So, good stuff. So there's then another promo for Grand Metalik, who's coming at some point.
Coming soon.
Yay! I have Grand Metalik, don't I?
I believe
You
so.
do. You've had him since like day 1.
Well, if he ever comes back, he'll actually get me some points.
Indeed. Indeed, my friend. And meanwhile, speaking of people that you do have,
Yes.
Lindsay Dorado takes on the Brian Kendrick.
Woo, all me! Yeah.
Indeed.
I don't give a shit who wins this match. I get all the points.
So Kendrick opens up with a promo. So promo points to Brian Kendrick.
Right here in... Where the hell are they?
That's a good question. Let's see.
Shouldn't it be
Hey,
Oregon
Jack.
still?
Let's see here. Yeah, well, it's right after SmackDown, so it's in the same arena SmackDown, so still in Seattle.
I thought they filmed it after Raw.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought they filmed after Raw. That's why they didn't move them to SmackDown.
Oh, that's right. So then it's, in Portland then.
Fair enough.
Portland.
Right here. In Portland, Oregon.
So, let's see here. So start off with Kendrick gets promo points. 16 promo points, Kendrick.
WWE needs to develop another cheap pop machine to take over for Mick Foley when he completely retires.
Mm-hmm. I think they have him. I think his name's Daniel Bryan.
But he's not wrestling. He's up to take.
Neither's
He's
Mick
technically
Foley.
retired. He's technically retired.
Neither is Mick Foley. He's retired too.
True.
As long as he can show up and stick his thumb in the air, he's good to go.
Yeah, but Brian's not going to be around much longer because he has dad duties coming up.
Anyway, so Kendrick cuts a promo of that he is the gatekeeper for 205 Live.
Are you the key master?
Mm-hmm. As pointed out by Alan Sco, does he know a gatekeeper is the classic talented mid-card guy that always loses to put people over? Sure he does. So anyway, so he fights Dorado, who does some flippy shit.
If he's the gatekeeper, does that make Neville the keymaster?
I don't know. But anyway, there's Kendrick takes a nasty kick to the head, followed by an Asai moonsault.
Okay.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Basically, Kendrick gets the crap kicked out of him. Until the last 5 seconds when they have some back and forth, he manages to slam Dorado on the ground, and then Captain hooks the shit out of him.
So he's Super Cena of the cruiserweights.
Pretty much.
I'm okay with this.
So Brian Kendrick taps Lindsay Dorado out to the Captain's hook. So Lindsay Dorado had 2 moves, so he's going to get 5 for competing, and 2 moves is 7 points to Lindsay Dorado. That's about 14. And then the Brian Kendrick gets 20 points for competing and 5 for winning. And he has, let's see, it's 25, and 1 move is 26 points, Kendrick.
He only used the Captain's hook? He didn't do anything else?
Not really.
Oh.
Because he's mostly getting his ass kicked for 90% of the match.
No.
So 26 points, Kendrick. Kendrick. Where is he? There we go.
Went past him. There you go.
Yeah, I got him. 26, so he's 36. And then 6 is 42. 42. 1 point ahead of Bray Wyatt.
Not for long.
No. So that happened. So Kendrick is then interviewed by Austin Aries post-match. So we'll give mini promo to Kendrick for that.
Yay.
About 45, when Kendrick is interrupted suddenly by Tajiri's music.
Okay.
Kendrick looks equal parts surprised, anger, and fear. Tajiri pulls an Undertaker and instead gets into the ring behind him from the crowd. And Kendrick turns around and eats green mist to the face.
Does Tajiri have his trademark goatee, or is he still clean-shaven?
He is clean-shaven.
I don't like clean-shaven Tajiri. I liked him better with the goatee.
Well, he's clean-shaven Tajiri now.
What's that, John?
It's evil Tajiri if he doesn't have the goatee.
Pretty much. He just looks weird without it because he looks so old.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not a baby face anymore. You need facial hair, dude.
Kendrick's screams of pain should put that man into Oscar contention.
Make it stop.
So that's, let's see.
Kendrick has the advantage of having done that before, like 15 years ago.
Yep. So let's see. Tajiri gets 3 points for appearing and 4 for an assault, so 7 points go to Tajiri.
Yep. Because Kendrick did that when Tajiri debuted. I guarantee you Tajiri, like, spit at him at least once back when they were both in WWE.
Probably.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Next, we get an interview from Neville. Neville. Here's it to talk shit about all 5 of the men in the main event and point out their defects.
Of course he does.
So that's an interview promo points to Neville.
Yay.
Let me put him up to 45. Yes, yeah, you have Neville. And then we go to our fatal 5-way elimination match of Gentleman Jack Gallagher versus the Scottish Supernova Noam Dar versus Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali versus TJ Perkins.
On paper, that sounds like an amazing match.
Pretty much it was. I have not actually watched it. I would like to, but I understand.
And I'm probably going to be thoroughly disappointed because I have a feeling I know who won.
Well, we'll start off. First of all, props to Mustafa Ali for nursing his neck after the first match of the night. So, consistency.
Yay.
Let's see. Everybody beats up on Noam Dar to start.
Yeah.
And apparently Cedric tried to clothesline him out of the ring and it didn't work.
Okay.
Ali with a big drop kick and a head scissors.
It's an over-the-top rope battle royal?
No, he just tried to throw him out of the ring.
Oh.
Gallagher with some vicious European uppercuts to Dar on the outside of the ring.
Hey, that's Cesaro's gimmick. Get your own gimmick.
Cedric with a sunset flip over the top onto Ali and Perkins for a pin. Dar and Alexander continue to have a good back and forth. Gallagher with a reversal, sending Ali high into the air and onto the remaining wrestlers. Gallagher pulls a Mary Poppins by jumping off the top rope with his umbrella onto everybody.
What?
William III. Dar takes a moment to arrogantly pander to the crowd, then immediately eats a lumbar check and gets eliminated.
Yes, 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 yes.
Alexander with a standing Spanish fly, whatever that move is, to Ali. Alexander cleans house for a while. However, when Cedric gets on the top rope to try to continue his hot streak of cleaning the ring, Dar, who did not leave, proceeds to grab his leg and crotch him on the turnbuckle.
Fuck you, Dar.
Taking advantage, TJ Perkins runs up and detonation kicks him into oblivion and eliminates him.
Fuck you, Jim. Asshole.
So Ali throws some sky-high crossbodies onto Perkins, who was on Gallagher's shoulders at the time. Now they go through. There's an inverted 450 miss. TJ rushes in and locks in a jumping armbar and proceeds to tap out Mustafa Ali.
God damn it! Yeah, fuck this match.
Which leaves it between Jack Gallagher and TJ Perkins.
Well, fuck this match, because regardless of who wins, you get the points, but I know who won. I know exactly who won. I'd be surprised if it wasn't.
And there's a reversal. Gallagher's trying to use headbutts, but he ends up in a knee bar. He manages to get to the ropes somehow. TJ works on his legs with more stiff kicks. Gallagher continues trying to come back with headbutts. A detonation kick goes off, countered by another headbutt. Kickouts, near falls, and another detonation kick followed by another headbutt. I should say attempted detonation kick is reversed by that big headbutt, which caused him to stumble into the corner and eat a running drop kick, giving the victory to Gentleman Jack Gallagher.
Like, you need all those fucking points. Fuck you.
So, let's see what we got here. Point
So I got completely fucking hosed.
You still got a bunch of. I might have won, but you still got a bunch of points.
You got more than I did. All the points you got in that one match just completely negated everything I got for the entire fucking night.
Well, let's find out. Let's go in order of elimination. Noam Dar had no moves. So Noam Dar gets 5 points for competing in the match, and 4 for being the main event, and 3 for being a specialty match. So 5, 9, that's 12 points. 12 points to Noam Dar.
Yeah.
Which is going to put him at 30. 30 points. Then the next elimination was who? Cedric Alexander. So Alexander is going to get the same aforementioned set of points. That would be, what did I say, 12? No. Yes? 5, 4, and 3 would be 9, 10, 12. Plus Alexander had 5 moves. Is, 5, 6, 7, is 17 points to Cedric Alexander.
Does that include his elimination?
Yes.
Okay. That seemed kind of low with this, but even with the elimination.
Well, elimination is only worth 3 points. He had 2 moves in the elimination, so. So 5 points combined for that. And plus the aforementioned normal 12 is 17 points to him.
Fucking Noam Dar.
So that puts him at 74, and then another 7 is 81 points. Cedric Alexander. And then after that, Mustafa Ali went down. He had 1 move, so he's going to get 13 points. He puts him at 48. And then the final elimination of the night was the elimination of TJ Perkins. And Perkins had 6 points of eliminations and 3 moves is 9, plus the aforementioned 12. We'll put him at 21 points to TJ Perkins. Which is 27, puts him at 47. And lastly, Gentleman Jack Gallagher is going to get himself 20 points for winning the match, 10 for winning a specialty match is 30.
Oh, yeah, did you give specialty match points to everybody else?
Yes, I did. I think I did, didn't I?
Oh, no, I didn't hear you say it once. That's why I asked.
John, did I give specialty points to people?
I thought it was part of the 12.
Yes,
I don't know.
Yes, he's right. It's part of the 12 because it was 5 for the match, 4 for main event, and 3 for specialty, part of the 12. Yeah, okay. It was included.
Just wanted to make sure because, like I said, I didn't hear you say it once, and you said it specifically for this one. So I was like, wait, did you get specialty match to everyone else?
It's worth a check.
If it's part of the 12, fair enough.
Yep. So Jack Gallagher gets 20 points for winning the match, 10 for being a specialty match is 30, 5 for competing in the specialty match is 30, for competing in the match regularly is 35, 9 for being in and winning the main event is 44, competing in a specialty match is 47, and move-wise, let's see, 47 and 15 move points plus an elimination is 18. So 47, 57, 65 points to Jack Gallagher.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Fuck you for taking Jack Gallagher back, you asshole.
All's fair in love and fantasy league.
Not really.
John, what did I just say? 60 what?
It was crap. Low 60s, I think.
No, I know it was low 60s. I don't remember the exact number.
Oh man.
Fuck. All right, here we go again.
Yeah. Sorry.
20 for winning, 10 for specialty is 30, 5 for competing is 35, 9 for main event puts him up at 44, 3 for being in the specialty is 47, and then his moves, so 47, and then 49 is 50 with the elimination, and then 9 is another 15 is 50, 65. Okay. Would be 5 in. That puts him at 111. Which I think. Nope, still 7 points behind Jericho. And ending the night, Neville shows up to stare down Jack Gallagher.
Big fucking deal.
I'll throw Neville.
Neville's not going to get me any fucking points because he's just going to fucking lose. It's a foregone conclusion. Neville's fucked. I should not have gone after Neville. It was the worst person I could have gone after.
Now, that's far from true. You could have gone after any of these people that
That is not far from true. He's fucking terrible. With how on fire Jack Gallagher is, he's going to win. There's no way he's not winning.
I don't know. We'll see.
I need to stop going after the Cruiserweight champion. They've done nothing except fucked me over both times.
That's true.
Let's refresh it up
Cruiserweight champion.
and see where we ended up.
Not if you're not showing it to us, you vain motherfucker.
You're so vain. I bet you think this show is about you. Okay, let's see what we got. So, in the lead at 10:29 is Certified Jerichoholic, followed at 7:54 by the Reign of the Supermen, and trailing by over 100 points for him at 6:36 is the Hug Life.
Jeez.
So yeah, you're not the one that's screwed here, Jeff.
I will say right now, and because it's on the air, you can quote me on this. If you pick Kevin Owens as the person you're not going to give up, I will fucking quit.
That's going to be dependent on whether he has the belt after WrestleMania. We shall see.
Because I don't want him for the points. I want him like, wear my goddamn shirt, you son of a bitch.
Which I understand completely.
So I said, if I don't get Kevin Owens, I quit. And that's a guarantee.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Does that mean I need to get Slater?
If you want him, you can take him.
Nobody tried to draft Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, that was a big regret. I should have drafted Enzo and Cass. I'd have a whole fuck ton of points.
So let's go to the leaderboards. Top of the leaderboards is Y2J, Chris Jericho at 118, followed by the gentleman Jack Gallagher at 111. Cedric Alexander in third place at 81 points, just 1 point ahead of the Universal Champion Kevin Owens, who's at 80. Followed by the monster Braun Strowman at 78 points, 2 points ahead of Tony Nese, who is at 76 points and will probably just go down from here because he's injured now. AJ Styles holding out strong at number 7 at 66 points, followed by Enzo Amore at 62. Just barely holding on with that one Raw victory, and that won't last long. 2 points ahead of John Cena, who has 60 points.
And he's not going to be getting many points from here on out because he's going to lose the title tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm fucked on that front. The only reason I have him is for WrestleMania, but I don't even know how many points he's going to get for that.
And just barely holding out in the top 10 off of his Fatal 4-Way victory is Baron Corbin at 58 points. 1 point ahead of the tie of Akira Tozawa and Samoa Joe, who are at 57 each.
The only reason I'm in any kind of contention, not against Jim, because fuck Jim and his fucking meteoric rise, is Cedric Alexander, who is by far the best cruiserweight pick I've ever had.
Indeed.
Taking him from John is the best thing I could have done.
Did I have Cedric Alexander?
You had him for the first season.
Oh.
When he did like almost nothing. He did okay, but he wasn't that great. And then I took him, and then he started fucking Alicia Fox, which meant he got all kinds of points.
Well, you took him from when we drafted everyone, so you didn't take him from me because nobody had him.
True, but I mean, you had him in the first season, so.
Yeah. It's technicality.
Yeah, but yeah.
Save that. So with that, we're going to close that one right out. And we're going to go ahead and thank everybody for joining us for another Fantasy Log. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. We're going to see what happens at the... Let's take a moment here. Let's look at the Elimination Chamber real quick. I know we did it earlier, but let's just give it a shot. So, a lot of points on the line here. Of course, the Chamber proper, any of those men could walk out with the championship, which would be interesting. Mojo Rawley versus Kurt Hawkins on the pre-show gives some points over to Jeff. Nikki Bella versus Natalya is currently between Jeff and I, so we'll see how that plays out. Everybody has some opportunity in the tag team clusterfuck match, so.
Yeah, the Usos are probably winning. I'm calling it here. The Usos are winning that match.
All right, we'll see how that happens. Alexa Bliss defending against Naomi with the women's title. That one's all me. And Becky versus Mickie James. That's between me and John. And then Apollo Crews and Kalisto versus... Oh, hey, somebody fixed it in the intervening time. Good for you. Apollo Crews and Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler in a handicap match.
Could it be they're watching our show?
Could be. I don't know who has any of those people, so...
Kalisto and Cruz versus who? Ziggler?
Yeah.
That's all John.
Okay. And then Luke Harper versus Orton, which is all you. So you have two matches that are all you, the pre-show match and the Harper-Orton match.
The pre-show match is not all me. John has Mojo Rawley. John is going to get all the points for that fucking match because there's no fucking way Kurt Hawkins is winning.
Oh, okay.
Because he hasn't been here, so there is no way they're going to let him win. That'd be fucking stupid. Especially if they're trying to keep Mojo Rawley relevant for when Zack Ryder comes back.
Guess that's true.
So I'm hosed at tomorrow night's event because I'm barely going to get any points for the fucking Elimination Chamber. I'm probably barely going to get any points for the tag match because I guarantee you the Usos are winning because they have a tag title match that we already know about. So they need to become the #1 contenders to make that possible. I'm not winning the opening match because, again, Mojo Rawley needs to look relevant and Kurt Hawkins isn't relevant and never has been. The Divas match I might win. More than likely, Nikki Bella will win that match, but that's not going to be that many points if she wins, because there's a chance she won't win. So, yeah, I'm completely fucking hosed. You're just going to go up way too much. I mean, you're at the point now where we can't catch you. Tomorrow's going to seal the deal. Even with WrestleMania, there is no fucking way I'm catching you. And right now, given the rosters, it could go either way with who may have the potential to catch you, but I don't think either of us will. Because John has the potential in the consistency in his roster, but because I have that burst capability at WrestleMania, I have equal, if not better, possibility of actually catching you, but because I have less consistency, there's no fucking way I'm catching you.
Anything is possible. We shall see what happens.
Especially if you're going into both WrestleMania main events as the fucking champion.
I said we don't know that. I think there's a high chance of Goldberg winning the Universal title.
I don't know. I thought the reports were they wanted Brock to go in as the champ against Goldberg.
I don't know.
Because I put to you, what's the point in having Brock v. Kevin Owens if Kevin Owens doesn't have the fucking title? And was that not booked as a Universal Championship match?
That's true, it was.
So therefore, Goldberg is not winning the title.
Those arena things have been changed before. It's all up to what Vince writes on the napkin 5 minutes before the show airs. But at any rate, we shall see how that plays out. Thank you two for joining me, as always.
Absolutely.
John, good to have you this week.
Thank you.
And stay tuned for all the other stuff, because all that side stuff, when we review all the MCU and Digimon and crap, we'll get to that. And
we'll probably have more WWE stuff coming because I've got ideas I want to speak with these gentlemen about.
All right, it should be good. We'll see you next time, people. Peace. I still have no effects, so just pretend there's applause.
I'll mention book.